Hello?
What up, everybody? It's good to see you. Here we go. What did I just do?
Items 1 through 15 are items which public hearings have been held. For item 4, the committee report has been submitted and available online under Council File 25-0411. Item 5 should be held on the desk until the committee report has been submitted. Item number 9, recommendation 2A, the amount of the new appropriation account in the Bureau of Sanitation is $450,000 instead of $200,000. For item number 11, recommendations 2A and B, the amount of the new appropriation account and transfer amount for the Los Angeles Fire Department is $350,000 instead of $52,000. Items 16 through 29 are items which public hearings have not been held, and for 10 votes are required for consideration, sir.
All right, without objection, those items are before us. Specials, members?
All right, heating up the first round. Let's go.
Councilmember Rodriguez?
Patriot.
Item 14 for a separate vote.
All right. Councilmember Hutt?
Good morning. Thank
A lot of people in there.
I'd like to request that items 6
Hi,
through
Terry.
12 be
Thank you
referred
again, Terry,
to
for
the
the big
Budget
donation
Finance
yesterday. I
Committee.
appreciate you.
And colleagues,
What's up, Star Cruz?
these are not adverse fundings, but the projects really need to be seen in Budget and Finance. Should we have the opportunity to review these projects funded by general fund prior to council consideration? My office has spoken with the Budget Chair's office, and we'd be happy to schedule the items in a timely manner. Thank you.
Is there a second
Hi,
to
BJ.
Councilmember Hutt's
Good
motion
morning.
to
Second.
refer? Thank you.
Councilmember McCosker?
I have a special guest, special caller today. Senator Kevin Murray will call my item special.
Oh, boy.
What am I supposed to do?
Item 5 special.
Item 5 special.
No.
Thank you so much.
Welcome, Senator Murray, to council chambers. Item 5, called special by Councilmember McCosker. All right, any others? Mr. Price? Checked it twice. All right.
What's up, Chrome?
Madam Clerk, what items are available to vote on?
What's up, Unknown? What's up, Tam Tam?
Mr. President, council may
Art?
now vote on items 1 through 4
What's up, people?
and 13 and 15, sir.
All right, those items are now before us. Let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
11 ayes.
Smoke.
And for the record, item 13 is held over to Friday, May 30th, 2025,
lower.
unless reconsidered
all the
with
gold
12
makes it
members
worthwhile.
present. And
Don't just walk
the
up into them
next
hills and
would
just find
be,
gold lying around everywhere. You gotta do a little
motion
work.
Hutt, Harris Dawson to refer items 6 through 12 to Budget and
Pale?
Finance Committee.
All right, let's open the roll on that item, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
11 ayes.
All right, what's next?
Next would be item 14, and that was called special by Councilmember Rodriguez for a separate vote.
All right, let's open the roll on 14, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
Hi, Jim.
8 ayes, 3 noes.
Mr. President, there is a request to send item 14 forthwith, please.
Without objection, that'll be the order.
What is left would be.
Well, it must be one of their homies
either
are getting
council may
recognized
go
soon.
into
That's why.
public comment or have presentations, sir.
All right,
Presentations.
we'll do presentations
Of course.
at this time.
Of course we are.
And we will begin our
Fuck public
presentations with a set of folks that we're very, very proud of, the Verdugo Hills High School Academic Decathlon,
All right,
led by
Verdugos.
Councilmember Rodriguez of the 7th
Some
District.
academia in here. Shout out to the kids, man. The smart ones, flying themselves. The new Superman Old Spice is awesome. Oh my God! So they've wrapped another Superman movie into Old Spice selling, huh?
Good morning, colleagues. I am delighted to have with me today in
The
celebration
original
of a
Superman wore the original Old
just
Spice, I
incredible
bet.
accomplishment, the Verdugo Hills High School Academic Decathlon Champions. Today's list of presentations are really phenomenal because not only do we have these stellar academics with us here today in council chambers, but of course our esteemed members of the most decorated military in the world.
Tall
And
kid.
it's wonderful to have everyone here today celebrating
feet
these
taller
special
than the other kid.
presentations. And it's with great pride that I recognize the members of the Verdugo Hills Academic Decathlon, because these group of
Dave
young
Mustaine in the
scholars have accomplished the extraordinary. When you consider during COVID how they had to compete in an online manner and actually made their mark back then, but continued to persevere and made it to the national championship
Yeah, they
to
all
earn
got all
this
peachy folders.
well-celebrated recognition.
Not a
I
frame
know
in
this
sight.
is something that Mr. Lee often likes. I think it's what both Bob and Bob, because you have, is it Birmingham? El Camino. So it's usually a fight in the San Fernando Valley, where I think we've got the brightest scholars that we're all competing and jockeying for first place. But this time it's in my hood. So I'm very excited that we have
Always
these
taking the
incredible
credit.
scholars
Always.
together,
Bitch,
here
it ain't
celebrating
about
to be
you.
recognized today.
Sit down, you fucking
so
cow.
The academic decathlon team from Verdugo Hills High
Ain't
School
about you,
has
bitch.
made incredible history.
It's about
For
the
first
kids.
time ever earning the title
Selfish
of LA
cunt.
Unified School District's Academic Decathlon Regional Championships, going on to win the Super Quiz Championship
Oscar?
and on to represent at the
selfish-ass
California Academic Decathlon State Finals.
What's
At
up,
the
Sav?
state level, they placed 5th in Division I, were named state
you,
median school champions, and qualified for the U.S. Academic
Where's my award?
Decathlon Nationals.
It ain't
And
here.
this is a first in the school's history.
I don't want to be recognized
This
by these
incredible
people.
accomplishment.
They're disgusting.
Actually, I'm going
I
to
don't
give
want
everybody
any
a
award
moment.
that's from
Sergeants. I'm going to give everybody a moment so we can hear each other. Thank you. This is an incredible first and an incredible accomplishment.
Shut up while I'm
Every
talking.
student, teacher, faculty member at Verdugo Hills is proud, but of course, a proud community as well. This achievement shows what's possible when students are supported by strong academic leaders, dedicated educators,
she loves
and
herself.
programs that help them grow and succeed. And like any great team,
It's always
there's
about
always
her.
someone helping
Always
to lead
circles
the way.
around to her.
And it is my honor to introduce the team's captain, Irene Avanasian, who is the
Yeah, he's a
who
big
is-
kid.
has
That's a
been,
high school kid.
leading her team
tall.
to these wonderful,
He's a foot and a
incredible
half taller than
accomplishments.
the
So, Irene,
the
it's
coach
all
right
yours.
here. This guy. Oh, Spindler's back. There he is. Yes.
My teammates and my coach actually call me Captain Air, and that's kind of the main point of this speech I'm about to make. At the beginning of the year, after 4 years of being in this program, finally taking the pilot's seat, I made it my mission that we would make our name and finally take home the district trophy. And I told everyone that Verdugo world domination is imminent. While that might seem a little dramatic, I mean, we did compete at the regional level, the state level, and the national level.
OCB, thank
we
you.
really exceeded my expectations, and we blew everyone out of the water. It was really amazing to see that all of this work that we had put in, the thousands of hours we had slaved over our resource guides, reading the material, taking these quizzes. It shows how much we have
Walton's kid.
grown throughout the year, how much we
Could be.
care about this, and just the pursuit of excellence and learning and curiosity that is in each and every single one of us. I will be naming my teammates one by one because I believe they each deserve recognition. Starting with my varsity teammates, we have Miles Ketchum. This is his first year in the program. He's a freshman, and he excelled and really came through for us at the national competition.
Miles.
We have veteran Bowie Perez, who has just been an amazing light to have on the team, and another first-timer, Gianni Fuentes, who just oh my goodness, he really took the reins at nationals and proved that he is one of the best varsity scorers we have ever seen. With Scholastic, we have Mr. Freshman, Anthony Marini, who has just been a wonderful person to join the team doing pentathlon at Mount Gleason. We have Charlize Dial. This is her first year on the official team, and she just, again, exceeded expectations, put in so much work and effort, coming in on Saturdays, doing all this work to move
That
from
Rob
the JV
Kwan
team
back there? I
to
think
the
so in the
varsity team.
backpack.
And then we have the literal and figurative giant of academic decathlon, Harrison Barrett, who has been my motivator and a person that has helped me grow, and has just been one of the highest scoring people on our team. And we have one of my best friends in the whole world,
Sean White.
Stephanie Gutierrez, who has been this supportive figure and helped make honors who it is, bringing that comedic fun to the team. And then we have my little sister from another mister, Miss
That is
Lilith
Rob Kwan back there.
Khachatrayan, our next captain, who has again excelled and
Got his
just
Lakers
been
shirt
an
on.
amazing
Old school
person.
one.
And I don't know. And finally,
Shout out to
my
Rob.
coach, who I've known for 4 years. It is also his last year coaching, so it's bittersweet. It is our last hurrah. We're ending with a bang, but we could have not done this without you, Mr. Silva. And
I don't
hope
see
that
3
you
inch
mean
in
the
there
most.
just yet. Doesn't mean
Let's
he's
hear
not
yes,
outside.
Please, round of applause.
You know, a lot of times they'll sign up and then go back outside, so they don't have to watch this
You
shit.
have helped put Verdugo on the map, and none of this would have been possible without you. So, yeah, coming in during April, preparing for the national competition, emerging as national champions despite some turbulence at the competition. We really soared to new horizons, and I'm incredibly proud of this team, and thank you so much for honoring us. Thank you so much, Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez.
Crazy how well-spoken she is for a high schooler and didn't pull her
Thank you so
fucking
much,
phone out. And I didn't hear too many
Irene.
ums,
And
if any.
now, on behalf of the city of Los Angeles, and I want to thank Mr. Silva for his dedicated leadership and support to this academic team. You've had a remarkable 30-year career with LA Unified School District, and we know how difficult
LA
that job is,
of course.
helping to nurture
Anybody
and,
working at
you know,
LA Unified,
navigating amongst a
the
lot
shit
of different
fucking toilet across the
difficult
fucking whole
budget
district.
situations of your own at the district. I'm really thankful
right, Terry.
for
That's right.
individuals like yourself
And all
that
of them,
show up
all
every
of them,
day
even if they don't
to
say
help
they're up
nurture
there
the
with their
next
phones reading
generation
right off their
of
script.
change makers in
like when people
our, not
speak
only
from the
our
heart
communities
and the
but
head.
across the country. And you know, as someone who has continued
why I like
to
Rob
advocate
Kwan.
for support and
Dude
resources
never says,
for young people to
gives
be able
them
to be
shit,
nurtured in
and
a
doesn't
the
read
most
from a script.
productive way, because it's really easy to support young people and help them once they're already in trouble. It's about the early intervention and support that we can help you
There he is
achieve
back there
your
with the-
greatest academic
with the
and future
backpack on,
and
with that
maximize
last
your
row with the
potential.
glasses. There's Rob.
And
There's
you
Mr.
all
Spindler.
have really shown and demonstrated what this support can do. You have accomplished something that is so
I don't see Mr.
remarkable
Herman
and brought
yet.
such tremendous pride, not just to our neck of the woods, but to LA Unified. Because so often we're not recognized for the incredible academic prowess that our students
Yes,
possess.
incredible.
So I want to thank
Incredibly
you,
low
congratulate
test
you
scores.
For your
That's what we have that's
accomplishment.
incredible, incredibly low test
It's
scores.
really been phenomenal to watch your
People
success.
that are high schoolers
And,
reading at a third grade,
colleagues,
fourth grade level.
barring
That's
that,
incredible, Mag.
Mr. Harris-Dawson?
Fantastic.
Barring
Great
any,
job you've done.
Okay.
Of course. Councilmember Lee.
Can anybody
Thank
shut
you,
her up?
Councilmember
Thank
Rodriguez,
you.
for bringing them in. You know,
God damn.
you're right. Many years it's back and forth between Granada Hills High School and El Camino. I know when I visit the academic decathlon team at Granada Hills, I know how hard they work. I know the hours that they put in. And also, congratulations not only to the students but to the parents as well, because they couldn't do it without their support. These kids are not only going to school, not only doing
That's
their
it,
homework,
Guru.
but spending
Pretty much.
hours trying to prepare
What's up,
for
Hispanic
this.
mechanic?
And so I just want to say congratulations to you, and we'll fight for the Valley next year. But congratulations for
Let's just keep it in the Valley
No,
altogether,
SoCal
right?
Edison.
We're just going to keep it in the San
SoCal
Fernando
Edison to
Valley.
pay
Yeah,
record
we
settlement
gotta-
for sparking
The
massive
Valley's
LA
definitely
County
leading the way on
wildfire.
the academic decathlons. Councilmember Padilla.
Wow.
Thank you, Councilmember Rodriguez, for bringing this great team forward. I actually, funny story,
Thanks,
met your parent center director in the community recently and actually was bragging about how some of her Verdugo students were going to be coming to council. And immediately I was like, oh, that must be Monica's next presentation. So it's very nice to see you
Edison
guys.
has
Very nice
agreed
to
to
meet
pay
you guys.
$82.5 million
I'm just happy that an East Valley school beat the West Valley schools.
to the people in
So
Altadena.
that's the internal kind of competitiveness.
That's a new throwdown.
Yeah, exactly.
$82.5
I remember
million.
being really, really proud of San Fernando High the year that they took it, right? Taking it away from Granada Hills and from Birmingham. That was a good year too. So congratulations. You know, I know that making it into higher education and whatever college you guys
What is
will
that,
probably have
500
your hearts
grand each,
desired
maybe?
on. It's not as easy as it used to be. But I think being champs of something
Art?
like this, you know, it's kind of like what my high school mentors used to tell me. You get into the school that you want if you strike your balance between your mind, your body, and your soul, right? They want that perfect student. So for your body, make sure you are engaged in the sports, right? And part of the fabric of that at your campus. Your soul are things like these clubs, right? These clubs that show that you have a personality, that you have great friends, and that you're doing more than just getting the straight A's and taking the honors and AP classes. They want to see that you know how to socialize amongst the realm of your genius. So keep it up, congratulations, and welcome to your City Hall.
Thank you so much, council members, and thank you, Councilmember Rodriguez, and thank you to the decathlon team and to the San Fernando Valley, who's holding up the standard for LA. Eventually, one of our schools on the other side is going to help you out and get in there and compete for one of these. But congratulations to you, and thank you again, Councilmember Rodriguez.
Thank you. Well, good luck to everyone else, because we intend to keep fighting for this in the San Fernando Valley. I want to congratulate Mr. Silva on a 30-year
The Comets
career
are back there, and
at
they're
LA
pissed.
Unified.
You can
what
see.
a pinnacle of success to,
They didn't get to go
conclude
first.
your tenure as a dedicated instructor for LA Unified all these years. Congratulations to you. And, of course, congratulations to Verdugo Hills High School Academic Decathlon Team.
Shout out to the kids. Fuck the school and fuck the rest of you guys. Shout out to the kids for working hard. The Stink's mad at me? No. He's just laying there. He was just laying on my foot. And he decided that's not that comfortable, Dad. You keep moving your foot. Bro, we got at least a few presentations. We got the Navy in there. We got the Comets, who are angry that the
All right.
Athletics.
Our next presentation will be
Pentathlon
brought to
folks.
us by the leader of the 1-5,
I've gone
our
first.
own Councilmember Tim McCosker.
Yes, you got fans everywhere.
The leader of the 1-1's going to join me too.
The leader of the 1-1. You're not leaders of anything. You're fucking buckethead motherfuckers who think you're up here, but you're really down here. That's what you are. And where the fuck is your top lip? What happened to it? Did you guys get your Amber Alerts this morning on your phone for his top lip? It's a clown show. That's why I call it a clowncil. They're just back patting, dick sucking, knee bending sacks of dog shit.
Madam President. Come on in. Let's everyone squeeze in.
All right, Mr. McCosker.
Good morning, Mr. President. Good morning, members. I have the distinct privilege, as the representative of the Harbor and the councilman of the 1-5, to welcome back Fleet Week to the Port of Los Angeles. Let's hear it for our 8th annual Fleet Week.
Shout out to the Navy, man.
It's an honor for Councilmember Park and I to stand here today with the service members
up,
from
Richard?
the U.S. Navy's 3rd Fleet, the U.S. Coast Guard, and the U.S. Marine Corps. Thank you for your service and for joining us here in the city of Los Angeles. Fleet Week is really more than a celebration. It is quite a celebration, but it's more than that. It serves as a reminder of the extremely important work that our sea service members do every day to keep our nation and our seas safe and secure.
What happened to his top lip? Where is it?
The representative of the Port of Los Angeles, it is so critically important to know that goods can flow freely around the globe and support these hundreds of thousands of jobs that the port and indirectly our Sea Service women and men support. LA Fleet Week allows Angelinos to say thank you, to build real connections with the women and men who serve, and to learn firsthand about what their role is in protecting our nation and protecting our waterways. As the home of America's port, our Navy protects 40% of all the goods that travel across the ocean and come in to this country. 40% of all the goods that come into this country come through the San Pedro Bay complex. When these ships are out in the middle of the sea, they must be protected, and our Sea Service does that. These women and men make sure that we have a global economy that works for this region and this country. As a personal story, I've told it a couple of times. My grandpa grew up in San Pedro, and he remembers as a little kid the stories of the Great White Fleet coming into San Pedro Bay.
Nobody cares about you and your grandpa.
Sparked his imagination.
It's always about them. It's always about them and their fucking families. Fuck you and your family.
And was very proud of his service and conveyed that to all of us.
Fuck.
It skipped me, but it made it to my nephews. This time last year, I think I told you about my nephew who was a commander.
Then my
on the
parents'
USS
kid's
Mason,
uncle's
and
brother.
He was in the Red Sea. He's back safely, thank God. And this weekend, so I could be home for Fleet Week, I'm actually missing the graduation of his little brother, who's at Annapolis, and he's graduating and heading to Pensacola to flight school on Tuesday. So it runs deep in the McCosker family.
Sure, he'll be a flunk out.
But Fleet Week, just as it did for my grandpa, gives our young people an opportunity to see what the sea services are all about and what it would look like to be in the Navy, to be in the Marines, to be in the Coast Guard, or to be a Merchant Marine, by the way. After our record-breaking Fleet Week attendance last year with over 100,000 visitors, we're expecting even more this year. And we want to beat those numbers in San Pedro, in Wilmington, in Harbor City, and across our region. We want to make sure that everybody participates in Fleet Week. It's a fantastic family fun outing. There are musical performances from the Navy, the Marines, and so much more. Ship tours, live demonstrations, and there's the Galley Wars. There's a food contest, a cooking contest between all of our service agencies, and we're throwing in the Port Police and LAFD this year. And yours truly, sure, they picked the fat guy. Yours truly is going to be a judge of the Galley Wars.
Of course.
Thank you for being here today.
Always about them.
We're so happy to have all of you in council chambers.
Yours
I can't wait to
truly.
celebrate with you on the waterfront.
Nobody gives a
But
fuck
I want to
about
also
you,
make
Tim.
sure you know
Nobody.
that these celebrations are happening all across the region, including in the Great 11, the Better 11. And I want to invite the Chair of Trade, Travel, and Tourism, Tracy Park, to come forward and speak about her experiences with Fleet Week.
Her hitting on all the sailors.
Thank you, Councilmember McCosker. And I will just tell you, Fleet Week last year down in San Pedro is absolutely one of the most fun times I have had anywhere in LA in years. I really want to open with a heartfelt thank you for everyone this morning
That's right,
in
Terry.
uniform.
That's right.
Your commitment and service to our nation do not go unnoticed. We are immeasurably grateful for your sacrifices and your dedication. Councilmember McCosker, as your coastal neighbor, I am really excited and I'm standing here with a lot of pride. In part, I love Fleet Week because of the opportunity it presents not only to thank our active duty military, but also as chair of Trade, Travel, and Tourism, events like Fleet Week present opportunities to actually showcase our city. I mean, really, live entertainment, military demos, ship tours, and more, all for free at the spectacular LA waterfront.
Sure, what the hell?
I mean, hosted Fleet Week with Memorial Day event.
happened?
CD11 just couldn't be left out of the
Spectrum, you
fun.
fucking
So for
around
the
again?
third year in a row, we are proud to be a part of the celebration with our own Fleet Week community celebration in Westchester at Westchester Park to celebrate the Navy's 250th anniversary.
Wasn't
So
Sea
tomorrow
Hag from
at Westchester
Popeye?
Park from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., we will be out at Westchester Park with our friends from the military planting trees and flowers. We'll be doing a flag raising ceremony, engaging with our seniors, and really making a day of it. Also want to thank Urban Forestry and Rec and Parks for bringing the day together. And so thank you again
Well,
to all
Thelonious
who
Monk,
have
it's
served
actually
in our
pretty cool to
country
see
and
all the
Councilmember
ships in the
McCosker for
harbor
bringing
and all that
our
stuff.
friends at Fleet Weekend.
Pretty cool.
Thank
But
you,
these
Councilmember.
dickheads make it
Councilmember
worse.
Clark. And before we introduce some special guests, we have a special performance
see
from the
War
Navy
Machines.
Band. I bring to you one of the best bands in the
close.
land, the Navy Band.
Yes.
Let's hear it for them.
There we go. Are they going to play in the Navy?
YMCA, it's fun to stay at the
Our budget table made it kind of tight for them, but these are Navy. These are military dudes that figured it out.
I'm in the Navy. Deedle, deedle, dee-doo. In the Navy. I don't have that, so I can't give you that drop. Can only give you YMCA. All right, guys. We might have to. I don't know if we get a copyright for the Naval Academy here. Look at the big ass tuba. No, there's not that many that were lost over there, weeds. There was more lost in Palos Verdes than there was in Altadena. There was like 2,700 or 2,200 or something like that over there. At least you don't got to pay taxes on it, no matter what it is, whether it's $1 or $8 million. Hopefully it's enough to get them a new home. Well, technically it's always taxpayer money. They're paying you with the money that we gave them for their overpriced utility. I get it. I understand. That's how it works. Hey, there's a great panderer. There's another one in there.
Good morning, City Council, distinguished guests. It is a great honor to be here on behalf of Navy Region Southwest for Fleet Week.
I wish you could hear him.
We are one of several units with Navy Band Southwest coming up from San Diego, and our goal is to break down the fourth wall and come into your community. We're here at the City Hall. We're going to Santa Monica Pier, high schools, the Youth Orchestra of Los Angeles. We're really doing everything we can to bring your Navy to the people of LA, and it is such a thrill to do just that. We're going to continue with one more tune, and happy Fleet Week.
Thank you.
Get off his nuts, Tracy. Trying to bang him out. Tracy's trying to get his number already. He's a musician, too, and he's a sailor. All right. I want song title and artist. I see 3-inch shrimp in there sitting next to Spindler. So that's 4 regulars at least. I don't see Herman or Stacy. It doesn't mean they're not there. Must be Blue Moon. Who sings Blue Moon? Come on, Betty. Frank Sinatra. Blue Moon, you saw me standing alone. Is that what it is? Thank you, Desert.
so
You're the
much.
winner. BB
U.S.
King.
Navy Band.
Was it BB King?
Southwest. Thank you so much.
Michael
Thank you for
Jack,
that beautiful
stop it. You
presentation.
guys
I
are
want to
all-
introduce some special guests. I want to call some out, and then we're going to have a few speeches. But first, I want to make sure all the Navy folks know that one of your bosses back in D.C. is here, and that is Congresswoman Maxine Waters.
Oh, fuck that
for another presentation.
fucking knee bender.
So grateful to have you here.
Is her husband here, the one that pulled the gun?
Privileged to have.
Is that him right there? Is that the
Congresswoman,
husband that pulled the
president
gun?
of our Harbor Commission, Lucille
Is
Roybal
that him?
Allen is here.
He gives a shit, Max.
And
Sit
Harbor
your old ass
Commissioner
down.
Yolanda de la Torre.
Real musicians, Terry. That's
And
what they
Gene
are.
Soroka, Executive Director of the Port of Los Angeles. And Carol
What's up,
Park,
Taji?
our General
told him,
Manager
man.
of LA Emergency Management. Jonathan Williams,
dance
President
distraction.
and Chief Executive Officer of the Battleship Iowa Museum, the National Museum of the Surface Navy, and President of LA Fleet Week Foundation. Yes. A lot of titles. I'm going to have
comments look angry
Rear
back
Admiral
there.
Brad Rosen,
They don't look like they're
Commander of the
having a good
Navy,
time.
Region Southwest, speak in a minute, but let's
They don't
first
like that
just
the
greet Rear Admiral Brad
academics
Rosen.
and the Navy were ahead of them.
And he has a number of officers and folks with
Dare
him.
they
I want
put
to
the
call out
Navy ahead of the
particularly
comments.
CDR Rob Poitinger, Commanding Officer, USCG Base, Los Angeles, Long Beach.
She is, Robo. She is.
And CDR Zach Franklin, Executive Officer, NTAG Pacific. Command Master Chief Rob Beachy. Command Master Chief Jerry Haller, U.S. Navy 3rd Fleet.
Master Chief. Thank you, Master
And
Chief.
Lieutenant C.J. Sparks. Thank you all for being here. We also have, Fleet Week is really cool because it gives us a chance to show what the city of LA can do, what the port of LA can do, how we can show off this beautiful port. And we have two parts of our worlds sort of colliding and aligning together. We have a visitor from Croatia who was coming out to take a look at our sites for the Croatia House for the Olympic events in 2028. And it just happened
Look
to be
at
on
the top
Fleet
one.
Week, and so he gets to see a great show. I want to welcome to our chambers Ranko Setkovic, Marketing Director of the Croatia National Olympic Committee. Ranko and his wife
This
are
is
here
who they're
from
celebrating.
Croatia, scouting for LA
This is who they're
28
celebrating.
and getting ready for that Croatia House and probably sailing on our side of the port.
No new charges.
With that,
What a
with
fucking
that,
shocker.
I want to bring to the podium General Manager Carol Park.
What about her husband? Pulled the gun out on folks. What about that guy?
Good morning. On the
Pull
cusp
him up
of
there.
this Memorial Day weekend, I want to thank the City Council for allowing us the opportunity
Just
today
give me
to
that
celebrate
Ethiopian
the past
ship share.
sacrifices of our service members and uplift the efforts they continue today and in the future. Each year, in conjunction with Fleet Week, city departments alongside our public and non-governmental organization and also private sector partners are afforded this wonderful opportunity to collaborate on how military and civilian authorities can support us during times of disaster.
Tiffany, she's hiding.
This is quite a unique opportunity that
Not doing
offers
anything anymore. She
face-to-face
doesn't go to any of the
collaboration,
meetings.
a better understanding of available resources, and ways in which we can identify solutions before an emergency. Over the past years, we have planned and exercised for some of the most potential catastrophic scenarios our city could face, from clearing routes after a major earthquake to providing food and
with 2 Fs?
hydration to nearly 4 million Angelenos. We know it will take collaboration at every level of government and sector of the community to meet the needs. As the threat landscape continues to evolve, so must our preparedness. This year, alongside 125 government, military, and private agencies, we discussed these evolving threats related to cyber attacks, readiness for the 2028 Olympic and Paralympic Games, and building partnerships to strengthen our operational readiness. These discussions then evolved into action. On yesterday, city, county, state, federal, and military agencies practice interoperable communication strategies should the consequences of a cyber attack make normal channels unavailable. Our collaboration does not stop once Fleet Week is concluded. The discussions and preparations will continue to include a tabletop exercise and additional planning efforts in the months ahead, while always keeping an eye on what could be the next disaster and critical need for defense support. In conclusion, I would like to thank Mayor Karen Bass, Councilmember Tim McCosker of the great CD15,
I just told you, I want
Executive
Mexico to win the
Director
World
of
Cup
Port
this
of
year.
Los Angeles,
Apparently,
Chief
they've
Tom
never
Gazy,
won it.
Port
It's about
Police,
time.
Jonathan Williams of
I
the
want to see the
Pacific
city
Battleship
explode.
Center and USS Iowa,
East
volunteers
LA,
and board
Whittier
members,
Boulevard, it'll be
LA Fleet
going
Week
wild.
leadership,
Fireworks
the US
everywhere.
Navy Third
People
Fleet,
doing donuts.
US Navy Region Southwest, and many other military partners.
So let's all
for your
hope and pray
participation in
Mexico
our
wins the World
2025
Cup.
Senior Leadership Seminar.
What's that, next year,
On behalf
2026,
of the
I think?
city's Emergency Management Department, happy 250th
Come on, Mexico.
birthday
You better
to
win
the
this
Navy,
shit this year.
Army,
We've been waiting
Marine
too
Corps,
long.
and Merchant Marine.
No, USA ain't going to win.
Thank you, Carol. Next up, the birthday boy himself,
Suckers ain't
250
finna win
years,
nothing.
Rear Admiral Brad Rosen.
Thank you. Thank you, Councilmember McCosker. It's truly wonderful to be back here in Los Angeles. This is my 4th time at LA Fleet Week, and every time I leave this great city, I truly am awestruck by the outpouring of love and support that we get from all Angelenos. On behalf of the Sea Services participating in LA Fleet Week, I'd like to express my sincere thanks for allowing us to connect with your residents and showcase the immense pride that we have in supporting the defense of our great nation. As Councilmember McCosker mentioned, this year is extra special to us as we celebrate our 250th birthday.
Admiral.
We salute all of our sailors, Marines, past and present, who work tirelessly to promote peace, stability, and prosperity around the globe. The Navy's relationship with the city of Los Angeles goes all the way back to 1908, when the Great White Fleet arrived in this port, and Councilmember McCosker, grandfather, stood on the pier and welcomed those sailors into the city. Within the next decade, Los Angeles became home to the Pacific Battle Fleet and such great battleships, many of which were damaged in Pearl Harbor, to include the Arizona, Oklahoma, Nevada, West Virginia, and California. All these decades later, America is still a maritime nation, and Los Angeles, with the busiest port in the Western Hemisphere, is still a maritime city. The security and uninhibited operation of your port is vital to the economy of not only this great city and state, but also our nation. We take tremendous pride in ensuring that the sea lanes remain secure, open, and free. While our ships remain pierside in your port this week, we are here to connect and share with you. As mentioned previously, last year we had over 100,000 visitors come to San Pedro to get on the aircraft carrier Carl Vinson.
Battleship was a fun
This
game.
year we've brought the dock landing ship Harper's Ferry, the guided missile destroyer Carl Levin, and the Coast Guard cutter Eagle to the citizens of Los Angeles. We have over 1,000 sailors, Marine, and Coast Guard personnel here who are participating in events across this great city and engaging with all of you. While we're here, our primary mission is to have a positive impact on your community. And this week has already been meaningful, and I know the next 4 days are going to be great. Councilmember Park, I look forward to tomorrow's great event, neighborhood engagement. And I just once again like to thank everyone for welcoming us here today.
Well, they
and
don't
being
wear
such
any
a
other
tremendous
color, I don't
host
think.
for
They
your
have dark
Navy,
blues.
Marine Corps, and Coast Guard
Mostly
team.
it's
Thank you.
whites. And the white
Thank
uniform.
you, Rear Admiral. Next up, the Executive
Richard,
Director
yeah,
of America's
in,
Port, the only port in
elementary
the West
school,
Coast of the Americas to
junior
host
high.
such an event. That is Gene Soroka.
And we kind of lost contact because he went to a different
Thanks,
high school.
Councilmember McCosker. Council President Harris Dawson,
You know how that is.
honorable council members, Congresswoman Waters, good morning. It truly is a privilege to welcome in the 7th Fleet
I mean, you
Week.
know, Richard,
and to my
I
friends,
went to all
Rear Admiral
LAUSD
Rosen,
schools,
you've
graduated
attended
at
now more than
Fairfax.
half of the Fleet Weeks that we've
It's,
brought in. I think we got to check the bylaws, but I think
It's
that
a school,
qualifies
it's a
you
melting
for a lifetime
pot.
pass. Welcome back.
Not dominant towards one.
And
any
again,
kind of
celebrating
people.
the 250th
Everything is there.
anniversary of the United States Navy,
Everything.
Marine Corps, Army, and our Merchant Marine. It's so fitting.
And I bet
that
if we
where the
went
water
today to
meets
that
Los
school or any of
Angeles,
those
we get to
schools,
celebrate this 7th
still the
Fleet
same
Week.
way.
A little bit closer to home this weekend, starting this afternoon in the Grove at Councilmember Yaroslavsky's district, and then again Sunday at the Los Angeles Farmers Market. We'll have more Fleet Week events. Tomorrow at the Westchester Rec Center in Councilwoman Park's district, we'll have another celebration. And then Sunday in Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez's district, we will have a celebration at Brant Park. So thank you to the council members for welcoming our servicemen and women, the Port of Los Angeles, and our Council District 1-5 to your areas. And Ronco, thank you very much
This guy
for being
chew-
here this week.
he's
Ronco
chewing
Čeković,
gum with a
who is
toothpick
doing the
in his mouth.
groundwork for the Croatian Olympic Committee. We thank you for all your
That's
support
interesting.
of Los Angeles. Have a great weekend and enjoy Fleet Week, everyone.
That's interesting.
Thank you, Gene. And the guy who makes it all happen, the incomparable
That won't
Jonathan
happen,
Williams.
though, Phil.
Yes. I got a boo. I tell my son when you get a boo, that's on the basketball court. That's actually jealousy, so you play harder. So, good morning. Thank you, Council, for
Jealousy.
allowing
What
us
are
to
they
come
jealous
to
of you
Council
for,
today
bro? You
to
ain't
talk about
shit.
LA Fleet Week. It's LA's Fleet Week. I like to say that's why we put LA first. It's a community's Fleet Week, and we have an opportunity to go throughout the entire region and connect with the residents of LA. You know, Tim's grandfather was on those docks for the Great White Fleet. My grandfather came in on the USS Tennessee in 1938. 39 ended up settling right here in LA, was a lifetime LADWB employee, and is actually what encouraged
Is she
me
crying?
to go after the Iowa
Holy
and put
fuck.
it right there
Is
in
she
San
crying
Pedro.
over there?
So we have an opportunity to connect America and Angelinos with our sea services and see something we haven't seen in 20 years. I'm going to give them a plug. Bark Eagle comes from New London, Connecticut. Take this chance to see it down at the Port of LA and see this amazing square-masted ship. And so as you go about the weekend, go out and see our sea services, see our Marines. The Marine Band is out and about. Don't forget the Marine Band, giving them a plug too. And see them out and about in your communities. Celebrate LA Fleet Week, and I'm going to make a challenge to LA, all of LA. This weekend's New York Fleet Week too. And as we go on the world stage, we need to show the world that we're on the world stage, and I'm challenging New York. Let's get on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everything, and show how LA beats them on social media. Thank you all.
Thank you, Madam President.
Inspiring.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank
Fucking
you
inspiring.
to everyone who's come out today. If you want to know more about Fleet Week, go to lafleetweek.com, lafleetweek.com. It has all of the events. For example, tonight we will be at the Banning Museum, welcoming all these women and men to Wilmington. And there's
The
so many
Banning
different
Museum,
events.
like
Please
where
come
you
on
ban
out,
stuff?
enjoy, and let's beat New York and make sure that we show that only we know how to do Fleet Week. I have, on behalf of the City of Los Angeles and our entire council, a resolution, Fleet Week 2025, thanking you for being here, welcoming you again. Happy birthday on 250 years, and we look forward to many, many, many more great Fleet Weeks. Thank you, Rear Admiral.
Thank you to the Navy for serving. Fuck all the rest of these people.
have some members on the queue as well. So I'd like to start with Councilwoman Hutt, followed by Councilmember Rodriguez.
The unelected one, everybody.
Thank you, Mr.
The
Chair.
poster child for
I just want to
DEI.
thank Councilmember Park and Councilmember McOsker for reminding us of how great our ports are and for celebrating Fleet Week. I think it's really important that we take our families there, enjoy our community, and really see
Tried to get
what
to
is
it,
happening at
and it
sea.
popped.
Thank
God
you.
damn it!
Thank you. Councilwoman Rodriguez.
Thank you, Councilmember
Had a
McOsker
blowout.
Park. First of all,
You
Jonathan,
saw me try to get to it.
challenge accepted. We're going to make sure. We don't want to just beat New York on baseball. We want to beat them in all fronts. So I think this is that's an admirable challenge. But I want to thank you all for your incredible service.
I didn't waste it.
But giving us an opportunity to celebrate
old
you
bag.
in every part of the city. And Jonathan, I'm proud that for the second year we're going to be hosting Fleet Week
Brown,
in
it
the
gets
San
inside.
Fernando Valley at Brand Park. And I want to thank, of course, America's Port Director, Gene Soroka, for all of his incredible support as well. But
I made
just
you jump.
very excited as the
I tried to
daughter of
get
a
over it.
Marine to have the Marine Corps band. It
Oh, they
brought
popped,
such
Robo. I've
pride
popped maybe
in
at
our
least
community.
2 on
We
the
have
show.
so
I might even
many
be the 3rd one I've
military
popped.
servicemen and women in
It's only when
the
they get
Northeast San
as they
Fernando
get
Valley.
dirty.
And it's
Because right
in
around
fact,
here,
it's in the San Fernando Valley
as they
where we
get
have the
sticky.
only Veterans
I know you
Day
can't really
parade
see it,
each
but
and
it's
every
like really
year,
brown and
that
kind of
is,
residue.
that,
So it doesn't
you know, I
stretch
think-
the
is it
bag the
only
way it's
one,
supposed
Bob, in
to,
the San Fernando,
and it
in
kind of
the-
gets
It's
stuck.
the only
city of
one
Los
in the city of Los
in
Angeles.
the city of Los Angeles, and it's home in my district. It was conceived and brought to life. And so when I tell you how much it means to have you all come to the Northeast San Fernando Valley to celebrate Fleet Week, it's an understatement. It is with such tremendous pride that our community comes out, and we had a remarkable crowd. But again, there's nothing like the, well, I don't want to say nothing like the Marine Corps Band, no offense, but there really is nothing like the Marine Corps Band. They are phenomenal. But all of you, you know, you do such a remarkable job in the activations and making people remember the incredible work you do
Glad
that we don't
Stinks wasn't in
often
here
see.
though.
Thank you so much for your service
Brand
to
new
our
one.
country. And again, looking forward
Got
to
a whole
seeing many of
six-pack
you
waiting.
On Sunday
This
in Mission
six-pack is
Hills
done, son.
at Brand Park. We'll see everybody where everyone's invited, 11 to 3 at Brand Park in Mission Hills. I believe one of the most beautiful parks in the city of Los Angeles, and we look forward to hosting you all there.
Thank you. And go Fleet Week, and I'm going to turn it back to you, Mr. McOsker, to close.
Thank you again. One last point of personal privilege. I want to thank Goranko Sekovic again for being here today. And I
All
also
she
want
does
to
is
point
toot
out
her own horn.
that we have Peter Hasnavats, who's a chair of our committee, who is bringing Croatia House to Los Angeles. Thank you, Peter, for your hard work. And one of his board members, Agi Bezmalinovic, is here with him. Thank you to everyone. Appreciate you. And go Navy.
Go Navy. All right. Thank you so much. We have another wonderful presentation. Our council president is going to take the lead on this one for Dr. Griffith Kendron, Community Health.
Oh, here comes the Comets. They're pissed. They had to wait this whole
Folks,
time.
transition quickly and quietly. We can get the
And
next
one
group
more
up.
after that.
Yes. And we have an announcement as well.
Thank you, Mr. President. And for the record, the committee report for item number 5 has been submitted, posted on the bulletin board, and is now online under Council File 25-0520.
There he is. Look at him.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much. Mr. Harris Dawson, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair and members of the council today and the folks in the gallery.
Crooked Maxine Waters.
I am very,
Surprised she's
proud,
still alive.
pleased, and excited to recognize an amazing career of service in
Boy,
community
she really does look like a fucking
and mental
alien.
health. 43-year service of Dr. John Griffith of Kedron Community Health Center. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Oh, shit, yeah. They brought up Grady, too.
Dr. Griffith started doing mental health work in South Los Angeles in the early 1980s, was one of the persons who led in the building
Stonehenge.
of the Kedron Community Center,
Fucking
the Mental Health Center,
Stonehenge.
the Community Health Centers, the campuses that now span
I should have went to
South LA,
Stonehenge,
and I think
but I
they're
didn't.
at least in
We
two
weren't close enough.
congressional districts.
Otherwise, I would have went to
They have
Stonehenge.
spaces and we had
No,
members
we're not
that
going to
represented
fucking
them,
do Stonehenge.
represented those facilities in the United States Congress. The Kedron Mental Health System is absolutely an essential institution in South Los Angeles, from very young people to seniors to folks who need help. Kedron is always there with their facilities in my district, in the 9th district, some spaces in the 10th district, as well as the 15th district that Mr. McCosker and I have visited together. I want to point out a very important thing about Dr. Griffith because of the time that we're living in now. Dr. Griffith is an immigrant to the United States of America.
Back it up. Thanks, Mark Weef.
When they show pictures of people who are immigrants, remember Dr. Griffith, remember lots of people that do work to hold up our community. And I will tell you, as a person who's lived in South LA, this community absolutely does not survive without the contribution of Dr. Griffith, from building the Kedron facilities across different campuses, to making sure and being part of the team to make sure Kedron became a federally qualified health facility, to building a relationship with UCLA Medical School and Charles Drew so that we could have young physicians working, young healthcare professionals working in our community on behalf of our people. Dr. Griffith has just absolutely led the way, and we're happy to be a part of this celebration today. We've got a lot of speakers, Mr. Chair, so I want to begin with our colleague in the 9th District, the new 9th, Councilmember Karen Price, for a few
She looks
words.
like she's 4 years older. Look at that face. Got resting
Thank
bitch
you,
face.
Council President Dawson. Thank you for honoring our real hero, Dr. Griffith, and his legacy here today. Dr. Griffith, you truly embody the spirit of being a living angel, and we really appreciate you. You're compassionate and you're relentless when it comes to helping folks who don't know where to turn. As CEO of Kedron Health, your leadership gave hope to our communities during an unprecedented time in history, during the pandemic. Anybody remember that pandemic 5 years ago?
Yeah, I remember the shamdemic. You shut everybody's shit down, told everybody they couldn't go anywhere. I remember it, you dumb fuck.
In partnership with the city of LA.
Too bad you didn't fucking die from it.
Dr. Kedron, remember how lines were going around the block. Folks were lining up.
We'd have one less indicted
Kedron was
councilman.
everywhere, at our parks, our churches, facilities, public housing, and even in my district office. But together,
I remember you
we
ruining
orchestrated
everybody's
public
lives for
clinics
4
and mobile
straight
units
years
across
when the rest of the
district
country
to
was
ensure
opening up.
every
I remember
individual-
that, Grady.
Every individual had
I
access
fucking
and
remember
protection
it.
against the deadly virus. You did God's work, Dr. by leading a massive humanitarian effort to keep the District 9 and
Fuck
South
you
LA
and
community safe.
Fauci. Hopefully
And despite,
Fauci's dead somewhere.
Being recognized certainly for COVID-19 efforts, Kedron has been a steady rock in our community for
Dude
over
looks
60
like
years.
Beetlejuice, kind of.
Dr. Griffith, your approach to healthcare has fostered a vision
Oh,
of
Dr.
improving
Jill, huh?
lives
Doctor of nobody.
and empowering individuals on their journey to recovery.
Some people have a
In late,
doctorate and think they're a doctor.
2023, my office partnered with Kedron to
Oh,
host
you're not a
mental health
doctor?
summit. And again, that summit aimed to increase awareness on the struggles faced by millions of folks every day. Today, Kedron
Physician.
also is at the front and center of addressing other major issues, including housing, food insecurity,
play one on
employment,
TV.
education, and various other aspects towards wellness. Doctor, I feel lucky to have witnessed your work firsthand and to call you a true champion of our
Oh, there's
communities
the guy,
and an inspiring friend.
the
So
suit
today
guy.
we celebrate not just your
What's his
incredible
name's
career,
friend?
but a
Audit,
legacy
LA's
of kindness
That's Audit.
and
I don't see her in there, though.
and you have built as a healthcare
Katie.
hero all these years.
It's always
of
race things. It's always pushing
So again,
race
Mr.
bait.
President, let me
It's all they got.
join you in
It's all these Democrats got. It's just
thanking
fucking
Dr.
race
Griffith
baiting
for
all
his
day long.
extraordinary
And
service.
victim Olympics.
Provide him another
One or the other or both.
round of applause for him being an extraordinary healer, but he's also, as you know, a gourmet cook. Huh? And we know he collects fine framed tapestries, I'll call them. So he is really a Renaissance man. But Doctor,
I'm
we
reading from
appreciate
this
you.
script
We love
down
you.
here.
Congratulations, continued success.
Thank you, federally.
All right, thank you so much,
Thank you, indicted
Councilmember
one,
Price.
not federally, but just
a host
indicted
of the
one.
community's
Thank you.
mental health and health leaders have shown up to support Dr. Griffith today. We have an ambassador in the house, but you know you're a really, really, really big deal in our community when a legend shows up to celebrate you. And today we have in our house, the People's House here in the city of Los Angeles, our own local legend, Congresswoman Maxine Waters. Let's please welcome her to give us a few words.
Bring the old coot up here.
Thank you so very much for that very kind introduction.
Isn't she have a
Mr.
busy
President,
schedule of destroying
I
people's
am so
Teslas and
pleased,
shit?
That you identified a
Shouldn't she
very
be
special
scratching fucking
human
Nazi
being,
symbols into
a person
people's
in our
property?
community
That's
who
what
has
her and her
given
people
so
do.
much
That's what those
time
Democrats do.
and service to make sure that we had mental health services at Kedron.
Shouldn't she be busy doing that?
Someone who has been with Kedron for 43
Busy
years.
hiding illegals?
Starting with Dr. Jones in his home, and then it was about 1972 that we cut the ribbon for Kedron where it is now. That tells you how old we are.
That's what I said.
That's
I can't
all
believe you
right.
alive still.
I am so pleased
Jesus.
and proud that this psychologist decided to give of himself in the way that he has done. I want you to know that Kedron is very special in our community. Not only does it serve the geographical area that is defined, but it
Yeah, the
services
area is doing so
many
great. Let's
of
go take
our
a tour,
residents
guys.
all over the city. I want you to know that when we were faced
City
with
still looks
how we
shitty. It
were
looks
going to
shittier now than
deliver
it
all of the
ever has
services
been.
for COVID, there was
They're
a
busy
lineup
telling you how these people
around
come in here
Kedron.
and do all this
People
great
coming
work
from
and made a
everywhere
difference.
to
Man,
get
if
the
they made a
services
difference,
of
I hate to
Kedron,
see if they
and
didn't.
they performed. Many of us elected officials, Mr. Curran Price, the councilman there, we all got services at Kedron dealing with COVID.
I'm sure
And
you
so
got
it's not only the
services, beggar.
3,000 or so individuals who get mental health services there, but they have primary doctors there
you didn't pay
who give
for it.
primary health care. So it's very important. He has served as CEO and in any number of capacities, and now he is retired. But I want you to know that I learned, and maybe I'm not supposed to tell it, but everybody knows I can't keep my mouth shut.
That's
that
true.
That new village for children that we recently opened up is going to be not only a place where our children, very young, can get services. There'll be training there for everybody dealing with pediatrics and psychology and psychiatrists even.
And
so I'm very
transgenderism, and learn
pleased
how to cut
that
their
I
dicks
heard,
off and
through
stuff
the
their pussies
grapevine
with
that
fucking
it
cement.
will be named after John Griffith, Dr. John Griffith.
Come on, I'll get you
And
free
so,
service.
Mr. President and members of the City Council, I thank you for honoring him here today. I thank you for recognizing the services that he's provided, but I thank you for understanding that they've been there through thick and thin. I just got in from Washington last night after being awake for 2 days trying to get to the budget and trying to convince the opposite side of the aisle not to vote for a budget that would cut Medicaid, Medicare,
They did their job.
and deny the services that we depend on. There is $850 billion cut
If
over
that's
the
the way
10-year
they do their
period of that
job,
budget.
it's better they
And
don't
so
do
we're
anything.
gonna have to support
We just
Kedron
let it die.
in every way that we
That's
can.
what's happening.
But
We
for
saw
the
it last
city of
night on
LA,
AXN.
I'm worried about the CDBG money. I'm worried about the home
Fucking
money.
filth
I'm worried about
everywhere.
all of that. But
They love filth,
we're not
crime, and decay.
intimidated
That's
so
what
that
they
we're
love.
Not going to fight.
They
We're
breed
going to
that.
Fight as hard as we can for the services for Kedron and for the city of LA and for housing and the homelessness and for HUD and all of that. But right now, today, thank you for focusing on health care, important health care for the children, for the families in our community. Thank you for honoring the services of Dr. Jonathan Griffith, John Griffith. It is so important
Doesn't even know
that he
his
understands that we appreciate all that he has done. And
Dr.
even though
Joe
he's
John?
retired, we still gonna call on him when we need him and when we have an emergency, because that's who I've called on for years.
Dr.
No
Joe
matter
John.
who is the CEO, no matter what, I call him in the middle of the night. I get people over there And I want you to know, I want to tell you, this Kedron has
And
served some of the people
she makes it in the
Hollywood
tub.
community who found themselves in difficulty.
She be making potatoes in the
Because
tub.
I have to get them there. So thank you. Thank you so very much for honoring this most important human being.
Shit.
Thank you. One more time for Congresswoman Maxine Waters.
They're all toxic race baiters. I'll tell you how good they're doing. They don't do nothing for nobody.
Dr. Griffith is a storied mental health professional, but had the vision years and years ago, decades ago, that Kedron would be a holistic healthcare center, a healthcare center where you could get treatment for your physical health, your mental health, and also help you deal with the social conditions that you were facing that, in fact, many times impact the health of our community. And part of that process was creating a formal partnership with the Charles Drew School of Medicine. And today we have the Dean of the College of Medicine here, Dr. Prothero Stith, to say a few words on behalf of Dr. Griffith.
That's right. Get out of here, Mark Weef.
You big dummy. Good morning.
How is she taller than Mark Weef?
Council Price, Congresswoman, it's such an honor to be
Oh,
here.
please, why don't you bend on the knee
I want to just
of the
say
Congresswoman.
that Dr. John Griffith has been not only a stalwart in the community, but for the Charles R. Drew University of Medicine and Science, where we have a new medical school. He has been the visionary, he has been the partner, he has been the hard worker. So Kedron has not only been the beneficiary of his vision, hard work, executive talent, but also CDU has been the beneficiary. And this partnership between Kedron and CDU is one that will continue to be service to South Los Angeles and beyond, improving the health and the community generally. So this honor that you give today, this recognition
That is
the
Valley
City Council
Joe.
gives
That's
today
3-inch shrimp.
is well deserved.
Wait for him to come
and
up. You'll love
I
it.
will only add, we too are going to continue to call upon you. So
That's what I'm saying,
retirement
Daniel.
means
And not have to wear a
nothing
tie.
when it comes to our partnership. Thank you
Look at
very
casual
much.
Friday every day. Don't even have to show up every day like on time.
Thank you so much. I want to join in the course about retirement.
Not get anything
Dr.
done.
Griffith. Not only
Turn
are
the
people going
city
to call
even to
you, but I
shit
want
further.
everybody to know up here that
Sounds
Dr.
good to
Griffith
me.
still calls the council and says, we need this for Kedron and we need that for Kedron. And I keep saying, I thought you were not working for Kedron anymore. But in fact, he's still busy on behalf of the organization. I want to bring to the podium now the leader of the Kedron Board, Health Care Board, Anita Martinez, to say a few words on behalf of Dr. Griffith.
Bro, we're going to do another hour and a half. An hour and 3 minutes already. We haven't done a fucking thing.
On behalf of the board members of Kedron Health Center, I want to thank the board for this special recognition of Dr. Griffith. We appreciate all that Dr. Griffith has done for our community, both near and far. Dr. Griffith, thank you for 40 years of dedicated service. So, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for being
And
quick, man.
now we get to hear from the man himself, the mental health professional extraordinaire, great pillar of the community of South LA, and a friend to so many of us, and a friend to me and my family over the years. We
got
want
it, Daniel, to pay
thank
for
you
those,
for all you
legal
have
fees.
done, and
needs
welcome
that
to
money.
this podium the absolute best dressed man in mental health in all of America, the one and only Dr. John Griffith.
John Joan? Dr. Joe John?
Good morning, everyone.
Joe John.
Thank you for
Fucking
your
Maxine. Dr. Joe
kind
John.
words. I would just like to say that we've done a lot, and there's still a lot more to do. And one of the things that I'm still involved with is the Children's Village. Yes. The Children's Village, that's a vision that I've had for several years, and after working on the front line at Kedron and seeing children and their families, particularly children who've been taken away and placed into foster care, one of the things that was so difficult to bear was to see a child being moved from one foster home to another, some children having moved 6 or 7 times, and no one was paying any attention to the separation anxiety that children were experiencing. So the Children's Village, what's going to happen there is that all the persons who are involved with a child, be it law enforcement, probation, Department of Children and Family Services, we would have offices there for everybody who's working with the child. So those kinds of needs that are unmet at the moment would not be there when the Children's Village is open. It's going to be run
love them children,
on
yes.
an integrated care basis, and the child or adolescent would be the
it's his
central
phone.
focus of the treatment team.
EarPod for his
and they
phone.
will work together rather than working in different areas. And by that I mean DCFS may come in and they're looking at one set of things, and somebody else would come in from probation, and the child gets left out. The decisions are made, and some of those decisions are often harmful. So we're hoping that the Children's Village would serve that integrated care process.
Look
to
at
the
Maxine's
benefits
face.
of the community.
Don't tell me Maxine
Thank
doesn't
you
look like
very much,
E.T. when they put the wig on her.
for honoring me
When they put
today.
the wig on E.T., that's
I
what
really
E.T. looked
appreciate
like, right
this.
here in the
I've
green.
known the president.
Don't
for
you
a
remember when
very
they
long
brought
time,
E.T. out?
And
Dressed him up
I'm
for Halloween?
Very happy to be here and to
Put a wig and a
receive
basket on?
your
That's
honor.
E.T.
Thank you very much.
When they was walking him around the neighborhood going trick-or-treating.
Dr. Griffith, and Mr. President, if there are no speakers on the queue.
We have some speakers.
All
right.
Shit.
So before you do that, why don't we move to our speakers, starting with Councilwoman Hutt, followed by Councilmember Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. President, Councilmember Price, and thank you, Congresswoman Waters, for really bringing somebody who has served our community in such a big way. I know for me, I was in that line at Kedron to get the COVID vaccine because you are a trusted resource in the community. And I just want to thank you for that. I know that that's your legacy, being a trusted healthcare resource in our community, and we know it'll continue on. Call CD 8 and 9. They'll be there for you. Don't you worry. And we thank you for your service.
You know, the Comets are really pissed. Look at them all.
Councilmember Rodriguez.
They can't even believe it. Look at all their faces.
Thank you,
Do any of them look happy to be there? All of them are on their phones or just pissed.
Dr. Griffiths, congratulations
Comets are angry
on a
that they're
well-earned
last.
retirement, but I suspect, as everyone has indicated, they're not going to let you go
Maxine
far.
is your elder.
And
She's more important than the
When you
Comets.
think about how many of our communities of color in the Northeast San Fernando Valley, the fact that we have such acute need to eliminate.
Again, if black isn't a color, why do we call people that are black people of color? Anybody explain that to me in the chat room like I'm two?
That beacon of support for so many families
black isn't a
in
color,
South Los Angeles,
it's a
and I want to
hue,
thank you for
David.
being that
It's a
trusted
shade,
resource
David.
because we rely so heavily on our
It's the
community
absence of
clinics
color,
to be able
David.
to provide that when
So why are they
the
people of
systems,
color?
the larger healthcare systems inadequately address the needs of our communities and make people feel that they're accessible, that they're supported, because they're built by and serving the members of the communities that look like us. And so I want to thank you for being that support. And I want to, of course, thank Congresswoman Waters. It's always wonderful to see you. We know she's an example of you don't stop the fight. Yeah, the fight just keeps going with age. And you do a remarkable job.
I know,
and I want
Johnny,
to thank
but don't
you for
tell people
being
those
that
Just
just
colors
incredible
mixed together
stalwart
to
support
make different
in
shades and
Congress.
hues.
I love seeing all the
those still
videos of
colors.
you. You're pounding down the doors. You're not letting them get away with their nonsense. And it's always so wonderful to see you keep going at it. But I want to thank you all for that incredible history. You know, we have a deep bench in the Northeast San Fernando Valley as well with our
Of
community
color
clinics.
means anything but white.
And it's
Pretty
just,
much, Austin.
Again, we know that after COVID, we have so many more young people that are in desperate need of mental health care services and access to these services. And so the combination of support from the federal level to, you know, bringing it down to the grassroots level has been incredibly important. So I want to thank you all for that really worthy efforts, because you're really making a true difference in our communities. And I just want to celebrate and congratulate you on this incredible 40 years worth of service.
She just loves
and
to hear
we look
herself
forward
talk.
to another 40 more.
Shut up, Meg. Councilmember McCosker.
Jesus Christ, she just loves to hear herself talk.
I just want to thank you so much
And
for
this
this
asshole
presentation,
too.
Doctor. I just want
Fuck
to
it,
say
hey, he
you
has
can
to talk
also
about
call on the
everything.
1-5.
Let's hear about your
We're so
fucking
grateful to
stupid
you
grandpa, the
and
1-5,
to the entire
or the
organization
let's
for
hear
your
about it.
dedicated service to our
Your
beloved
fucking kids, nephews,
community
uncles,
of
parents,
Watts.
cousin.
We couldn't make it without you. So thank you and God bless you.
Fuck.
Wonderful.
Shut the
And back
fuck
to
up.
you,
Let these people
Mr.
go
Harris
already.
Dawson to close.
Give them their goddamn O-Peachy folder.
Thank you so much, members, and thank
Or
you
his
so
fucking
much,
frame
Dr.
for
Griffin,
Michaels.
on behalf of the council and the mayor and everybody involved here in the city of Los Angeles. We want to present you with a certificate of recognition and this beautiful bouquet of flowers to go along with your amazing outfit today.
That's right. Let's give the man some flowers. That's what he wanted. Ben, I'm standing up for the people. I know you get it as crying because you're a knee bender like them. You suck the cock of Biden.
All right.
And
Thank
you
you
live
so
on
much.
the you live on
Wonderful
the Democrat plantation with old Monsieur Candy, and they let you sit by the stove and keep swole. I get it, Ben.
Has a special presentation.
But that gravity
to
train
bring
is
up the
over, Ben.
Hollywood,
You're gonna have to get up and get a goddamn
High
job.
boys soccer team. So get ready, guys.
Oh, we done? We ready here?
We'll
They
try to
finally
make
hear
this
the comments
transition,
here?
smoothly and quickly.
Comments soccer? Come on, hustle up. How long is it? Hour and 12 minutes. We haven't done shit. We haven't done a fucking thing. Look at Spindler.
Transitioning from health
True.
to soccer.
Hold on a second. So hold on, the comments are
sense.
dead
Play
last?
soccer, you getting good
Oh, hell no. Look at the comment. Look at her right here.
Thank
with her,
you so
she's
much,
pissed.
Council President. Waiting for our folks to get in here.
So we got soccer now. What is this? Is this number 4? Hold on. We had the Navy.
Well, thank you so
We
much
had
for
the
everyone
doctor.
for has come here
Who
today.
do we
from,
have
from
before the
Hollywood High
Navy?
School. I want to thank the coaches, the students, and all the parents
Fuck,
who
I
came
already
here today.
forgot. You had the soccer.
And folks watching at
Oh,
home.
the
Because we are here today to
academics.
congratulate the Hollywood High
So this is
boys
4.
soccer team on winning the 2025 LA City Section Division II
The Sheiks
championship
won?
this past March. Please give them a huge round of applause. And I just got to say, the team pulled off an incredible run to win the championship. So I just want to set the stage. They had to play in to get into the final tournament.
Thank you,
So
Tom.
they come in as a 14th seed. But in that play-in game, they won 7-0 with an amazing clean sheet. And every single game up until the championship
then
was
everybody will
again
just watch him
clean
and not
sheets,
me,
winning
Tons.
2-0, 2-0, 2-0. And so they're coming into the championship game as the 14th seed, playing the number 1 seed from San
He's doing
Fernando,
just fine.
City of San Fernando, Chavez High School. A team they had previously lost to in the regular season. And so Hollywood High is huge underdogs. The first half, they're up 2-1, and Chavez eventually ties the game, forcing the game to penalty kicks. They did 11 rounds of penalty kicks. If you've ever seen a soccer game, you know penalty kicks are just so tense and so emotional. Winning 7-6. That means the goalies blocked, they missed, it was tense, it was emotional, but ultimately, Hollywood High School emerged victorious. Give them a round of applause. But of course, we know winning in the in sports isn't everything. All these young folks have an amazing academic future ahead of them. But when you win a championship and you win in that way, it shows that there is a level of teamwork, passion, grit, and just a willingness to not give in and to win. And so that we need to celebrate them. But it's not just a win for Hollywood, which is one part of the district, but the entire District 13 should be very proud of what they do. As far as Chavez, I don't know who claims them here because they're not part of the city of Los Angeles, but they certainly, I guess we can't rub it in anybody's face today. But anyways, so without further ado, I'd like to welcome Hollywood High boys soccer head coach Alan Ledesma to say a few words.
Hey everybody, first of all, I want to give a big thanks to my assistant coach, Rashawn Briggs, and the families played a huge role, especially my family and some of my players' families, long nights, homework, AP exams. It all comes down to family, which is what we were able to build here over a short period of time. I came in 2 weeks, 3 weeks before the season started, and it's a very get-go type of thing with soccer. And I'm just very proud of all the accomplishments the seniors made, freshmen made, and all these other guys made to get to where we are today. I want to keep that momentum, and with the support of our council member, this is a great recognition for our high school and the city itself, and we just hope that we could do this again and again and grow the sports in Hollywood High. It's just the beginning. Sports do play a big part. As an educator, I am an educator at the high school. I was a player, and it just touches my heart to see that these guys get to go through something that I wish I did back when I played. It's just a huge stepping stone for them, and I want to give this exposure to many other incoming students that come my way. And the career I have left at Hollywood is just beginning, and I would love to see this sport continue to grow as it does in many communities, San Fernando Valley, Birmingham, Bell, HP, all these other schools, great programs. It opens so many doors for so many students and families to just come together as a community and just share one common goal, which is the beautiful sport, whether it's soccer, basketball, whatever it is. It just has to keep growing, and I'm very proud of you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Coach. And next up, I'd like to introduce assistant coach of Hollywood High, Rashawn Briggs, to say a few words.
Thank you very much for the invitation and this opportunity to address the council. Thank Councilman Hugo for inviting us here. I'll simply say something that comes from the heart and from the memory. What started at 6 a.m. in October, the cold mornings of October, ended on March 1st with these gentlemen behind me, my head coach, Ledesma, the faculty and staff at Hollywood High School, our athletic director, Ms. Carter, our principal, Devlatian, winning this Division II championship for the school and for the community. I can't honestly say and put into words the time it took and the effort that these young men put behind in order to stay scholars. You know, you have to be eligible to keep playing. This season takes about 6 months. It's a 6-month season. We start in October and we end in March if you're lucky. So throughout that time period, these gentlemen behind me had to stay eligible. They had to have their grades, had to be in class. I think sometimes we focus on the accomplishment of winning and not necessarily as much in the effort it takes to keep winning. And so I want to take this moment to acknowledge them as scholar athletes. They took the time and effort to be dedicated to be in class and do what it took to stay on this team. It took each and every person behind us in order to win this championship, and we want to make sure we acknowledge each one of them. Our seniors, the class of 2025, thank you for the time and effort you put in for the past 4 years in order to be at this moment. And I want to thank Coach Ledesma for choosing Hollywood High School. His leadership definitely put us on the right path to be here.
Listening to
from October to March 1st to now standing in front of you.
Before YouTube
we thank you for the
existed.
invitation, and I actually would like to publicly congratulate the gentleman behind me.
I've only been on YouTube for like 6 years.
Thank you.
YouTube was huge when it started. Well, it's slow when it started. Then
Thank you so much, Coach Ledesma and Briggs. And now please join me in welcoming 11th grade goalkeeper Josue Barrios.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for inviting us to participate. I'm grateful for Coach Ledesma and Coach Briggs. We've had 3 coaches for this past 3 years. It's been really difficult because we had an up and down season. We had hard trainings, early mornings, late nights. I'm really proud of my team. We did the most, and we made history for going state. And thank you for inviting us.
Thank you so much, Josue. And congratulations. And finally, from the City Council, and congratulate all this really amazing accomplishment for playing the beautiful sport we know is the best sport in the world. And so on behalf of the City of Los Angeles, I'd like to present with you this plaque and a football signed by every single council member, and we have
Holy
certificates for folks
Who
in the
wants
back.
a fucking soccer ball signed
we
by
have some
these
members on the
assholes?
queue as well.
Just like when they were signing the basketballs. Remember
some
that,
members
guys?
on the queue. So, Councilwoman Padilla.
Signed soccer ball by all those indicted
I just wanted
saps.
to, if there's youth in the building, it's a big deal for me. So thank you, Councilmember Soto Martinez, for bringing your awesome
Her nose is red at the end.
athletes, your champs. I know you guys heard what I told the academic decathlon youth. Dream big. You guys are definitely the future, as cheesy as it sounds. I remember when I was your age, people would say that to me, and I didn't know what to say, but there's nothing further than the truth. So just being athletes, being involved in your school, being dedicated, having discipline, having a voice on your campus, it's already the first steps of leadership. So I wish you guys the best. And I hope all of you guys have it on your to-do list to engage in higher education. Don't forget that you are that generation that gets the 2 years of free community college. If you still haven't really figured out where you want to go, take advantage of it. It took a lot of work from elected officials to make that happen. So I hope you guys, remember that. But again, universities look for students that have a balance of their mind, body, and soul. And you guys as athletes are on it with, the body component.
You're a down-ass
So
kid.
best of luck and dream big. And I guess we'll see you again, because champs stays champs. Best of luck.
Councilwoman Jurado.
Thank you, Council Chair. I wanted to say
Oh, the cop
congrats
hater.
on winning Division II. That's nothing to sneeze at. I'm a soccer mom myself. Know how many hours that it takes for y'all to be at this caliber of excellence and how much your families put into it. I know you play at school and you probably play on club as well, and you're traveling and playing in Arizona, 100-degree heat. And so this is the commitment that you all have for the game. And if you're after your June 15 and you're not a sophomore anymore, I know you're on the market to be looking for this. So pump your chest out. Make sure you say with your chest that you won this so that you can get recruited.
Hour 22
Also,
minutes have
I
done
don't know
nothing.
if y'all know this, but you got a baller of a council member, and I think you should make him an honorary member of your team. So congrats, Councilmember Hugo Soto Martinez, and to this team on your accomplishment.
Yes, congrats to the team. Congratulations
Look
to
at the
all of
comments.
you.
They're all-
And back to you, Mr. Soto Martinez.
Look
to
at the
close.
look at the
Thank you so
girls.
much.
Look at these
Give it
chicks
one
right
more
here.
round
Look
of
at all of them.
applause
Look at
for
their
these-
faces.
For this amazing team, because football is life.
Every one of them on their phones, not even giving 2 fucks. Every one of them with their heads down. Look at them. Look at them. Every last one. Are you done yet? Shit. I've been here for an hour and a half. God damn. When are we going to get up out of here?
All right, as they're making their way down, we have another, our final
Signed basketball for the
presentation,
Comets.
The Westchester High School boys basketball team.
Oh, you
With
Comets got it
Councilmembers
last.
Park and Hutt will lead us in
They
this
jacked
final
the
presentation.
Comets like they did the Native Americans. I hope they
Going
say
from
something
soccer
like
to
the natives
basketball.
No, you guys gotta walk around and come back here.
A lot of young people inspiring us today. It's really nice to
did.
see.
Yes, very inspiring. Blob. Yes.
Decathletes,
They're super inspired right now,
soccer
Bob.
players,
Making them wait an hour and a
basketball
half.
players,
5 presentations, ladies and gentlemen.
mention
5 of them.
academic
Soccer
decathletes.
team, baseball team, academic team, the Navy, and of course
Los
the
Angeles
doctor
future is
that's
bright.
done
We
so
have some
much.
amazing
That's
folks here.
5. Are we going to get a
Councilwoman
six?
Park and Hutt.
Can we get
welcome.
six
The
in
floor
here?
is yours.
Thank you, Council President. Today, I am incredibly proud to be joined by the Westchester High School
has an
boys
annoyed face
basketball
on the end.
team, the Comets, as we recognize their historic 16th City Division Championship win. We are also joined by the Comets cheerleading team, along with staff, family, and supporters. Thank you all for being here.
Look at the cheerleaders' faces.
In Westchester,
One of them
schools
smiling.
like
This
Cowan,
one right here. That's
Cowan
it.
Avenue
Only
Elementary
smiling.
and Orville Wright Middle have served as a pipeline to Westchester High, producing excellent students and future leaders in every industry. Westchester High School has produced absolute legend. People like Nia Long and Regina King, who attended Westchester High at the same time back in the late 1980s, just a few years before they both starred in the movie Boys in the Hood and went on to be pioneers in show business. Basketball stars like Sam Crawford, Zan Mason, and of course the one and only Trevor Ariza, whose son Taj helped to lead this year's team to yet another
Trevor
city
Ariza's
championship.
son, huh? Yeah. Are you ready to go to the NBA soon?
For this team, let me first set the stage. It's Friday night, February 28th, and 2,000 fans have packed the gym at LA Southwest College for the City Division I championship. The stakes, immense. The pressure, unrelenting. The atmosphere, electric. On the court, Westchester High
Congratulations,
versus
Daniel.
Chatsworth. Yes, I am looking at you, Councilmember Lee. Two powerhouses, two proud programs, and in the stands, family, friends,
They
and
got the
entire
signed
community
basketball, look.
ready to witness history. And then it happens. The final buzzer sounds as Taj throws down a ferocious dunk, igniting a roar that could be heard from San Pedro to the West Hills. Final score, 65-55. The Westchester Comets claim their 16th city section championship, cementing their legacy as one of the most storied basketball programs in all of Los Angeles. This wasn't just a win, it was a statement. The Comets had lost to Chatsworth earlier in the season, so this game was about redemption. And this team right here delivered. It was also a legacy moment. Taj, son of NBA and UCLA, go Bruins, and Westchester High legend Trevor Ariza stepped into the same spotlight that his father once did. Trevor brought home 4 city titles from 2000 to 2003, and today, his son adds a 5th to the family name and a 16th to the Westchester High trophy case. Coach DeWitt Cotton, who was once an assistant under Hall of Fame coach Ed Azam, took the helm and kept the Comet dynasty alive. His perfectly timed timeout in the third quarter, when the score was tied at 28-28, turned the tide. He demanded teamwork, so his players responded with an 11-1 run and never looked back.
I think if you call a woman
This
a Karen,
latest group of legends
the guy
should be
be
honored
Darren.
not just for their achievements on the court, but as the young men who will be future leaders
Not
in our
Chaz.
communities. But let's be clear, championships aren't just won on the court. They're fueled by the spirit of the entire school. And that brings me to another unstoppable force, the Westchester Comets cheerleading squad.
Basketball Jones, I got the basketball
Their
Jones,
energy,
oh,
resilience,
baby.
and leadership help carry this team and school through every game, every challenge, and every celebration.
That's right, Thomaso.
Thank you for
Basketball
all
Jones.
that you do. You represent the very best of
Bro,
Comet Pride.
we're going to have 12 minutes
and
of
today
public
we
comment.
celebrate all of you, the players, the coaches, the
So
cheerleaders,
1 hour and 30
the
minutes of
families,
presentations.
and the entire Westchester school community. And now it is my honor to hand it over to another legend of Westchester High, our proud colleague and friend,
Legend.
Heather Hunt.
The unelected one, everybody. They just threw it in there just like Kumala
Oh, Lord.
for the sake of democracy. Oh,
First, I'd like to thank Councilmember Park.
I made it in the tube.
That's hilarious. For bringing us together to welcome and celebrate Westchester Comets today. This school's truly bred champions for decades.
Y'all might be in
and
for a
as
treat.
alumni,
You know, back before the war
alumni
broke
and,
out, I was a
former
saucier in San Antonio.
statistician for the basketball.
I bet I could call up some of them
Well, I
greens, Yeah.
I
do
feel
some
immense
crawfish
sense
out the
of
patio.
pride that we come together
I
today
made
to
us some crab
recognize your
apples for dessert
16th
now, yeah?
basketball
Hey,
championship
yeah.
title. Right now, I would also like to acknowledge some of my classmates from
Sit, Taiji.
the basketball team that are sitting in the back. Will you guys stand
Don't
up
send me
for a
that
second?
card, dog.
Wave at
Autoed.
Wave at the current champion.
Give me a Taiji Armstrong
Because they came
auto.
to celebrate you as well. Going to
All right, everybody.
Westchester played an
Smoke.
instrumental role in my life. It's where I met some of my best friends, and it's also where I learned the profound power of collaboration, both on the court and in the classroom.
Thank you,
Westchester
OCB.
wasn't just a school, it was a community that pushed us to excel.
They'd rather do
in
this
some
than run a city,
kinda
yes,
tough
and it
times.
shows.
It taught us how to support
City's
each
in a
other, and
complete
it truly
shithole.
shaped the person
And this is
I
their
am today.
main
And of
focus.
course, we can't talk about Westchester basketball without acknowledging a true legend, Coach DeWitt. Give it up for Coach.
I mean, we got all kinds of problems, stacks of them, and this is their
He's
main
been a
focus.
guiding force for generations of players, shaping them both in the game and in life. I remember him stepping onto the coaching staff in the early 90s, and it's incredible to witness how his legacy continues
Stop
to
being-
shape not just
Shit, yeah,
winning
man.
teams,
He
but
ends up in
also
his joint.
remarkable
I'm not just
young
whistling
men and
dicks, you know.
women.
I'm singing
So
you
to
a
the
Bayou
current Westchester
serenade.
comments,
I
look around
guarantee.
you, look at your teammates, look at your coaches, look
yes.
at your families and the entire community. The victory of your
Go buy
16th
a
title
sack
is
for
a
dinner.
pure example of
crawdads?
dedication,
Crawfish?
teamwork, and your relentless pursuit of excellence.
Never had crawfish.
You've honored the rich legacy of this school, and you've undoubtedly set a new standard for future
What does it
generations.
taste like? Like lobster?
Be proud of the hours of practice,
Oh, you
the
like chicken.
sacrifices you made,
Everything tastes
and the
like chicken.
moments that you pushed past your thoughts and made it past your limits. This school, through its challenges and triumphs, have instilled in you resilience and discipline
Thank you
that
again,
you will
OCB.
serve well in the rest of your life. You make us incredibly proud, and
Telling you, Cheryl,
congratulations
that's what she looks like. She
again
looks like E.T.
to
with those
Westchester
giant
Commons,
eyes.
to our cheerleaders,
You
our
know?
coaches, and our teams. Thank
And
you.
that wig that she's wearing looks kind of like E.T.'s wig.
All right. Thank you, Councilwoman. I would now like to bring up Patrick Ramos to share a few words. Come on up.
Hi, my name is Patrick. I'm a senior at Westchester. First off, I want to say that I'm very
Swamp
grateful
lobster?
for this opportunity to be here, and for my teammates. It's been a crazy season. Like, it's crazy how we did
Smells,
this.
tastes like a salt,
Full up and downs,
small lobster, but seasoned
injuries,
better.
losses that we should have won,
Not bad.
and we overcame that, and we came together and we got it done.
But don't you gotta like pull it
Being
all
a part of
apart
this
and
program
shit?
at Westchester taught me life lessons from Coach DeWitt and all the coaching staff. They brought me in,
I like
and it's
just the
really a
meat.
brotherhood here, and I'm forever grateful for this experience.
I like de-shell it.
And to my teammates, thank you. This ring doesn't belong to me; it belongs to all of us. And man, past 4 years, leadership from Coach DeWitt and all my coaching staff, I appreciate y'all. Y'all really built the man I am today, and I'm forever grateful for everything y'all done for me. Go Westchester.
You gotta peel the tail and suck the head. Stop it.
Well done,
See what I'm
Patrick.
saying, Ian? I
Next,
just
I'd like
can't
to
right
bring up
there, bro.
Caden Grady Asher to offer a few remarks. Caden, come on up.
It wouldn't let you
How
say
you guys
suck the head.
My name is Caden Grady Asher. I'm training at Westchester High School.
Look at Twitch, bro.
I just want to say how honored I am to be up
Terrible.
here representing Westchester.
I
as,
honestly,
city
mark my
championship.
words. I think in like
I came to
a
Westchester
year or
during my
less,
sophomore year.
Twitch might be gone.
And this is now my second
Done.
year attending Westchester.
Completely finished as a
From the
site.
moment I stepped foot on campus, Westchester basketball really
I
is
think
an
it's
open
getting
arms.
that bad on Twitch.
It's like a family.
ad
Not
revenue
knowing what
is
to expect
terrible
coming on
now.
Campus and coming to the team, it's a lot new to me. And this
Sure.
past season has been one of the most meaningful experiences to me. And not only have I grown as a player, but I've grown as a person under Coach
I
DeWitt
think as soon
Cotton.
as Hassan gets banned, it will
And
die.
his
You
leadership
think they're all
alongside
around
the
here
entire
watching
coaching
him?
staff,
I mean,
you
don't
know,
they
has
watch
taught me a
Asmund
lot.
Gold and
They
everybody
pushed
else?
us every day in practice to get better.
Isn't what's his name, Doctor
And,
Disrespect, back
you
on
know,
Twitch? I thought he
we were
was.
a new group coming in. We had our share of growing pains during the season.
Twitch
But
ads are crazy. Yeah.
We bought into what our coaches were preaching to us every day in practice.
But I think you can do that extension
we trusted
to
each other.
Chrome, and it blocks the
Now, as we
ads.
stand
Steady.
here as 2025 LA City champs, I just want to thank my teammates for being here every day with me during this journey. And I'm even more excited to see what's next in the future. And I'm ready to run it back next year for the 2025-26 season.
Run it back.
All right, thank you. I think we might have another Westchester High alum.
Jordan phase back, swoosh, and that's the
Shout
game!
out to Kamani, another Westchester High alum in here.
Jordan phase
hiding
back.
over there in the corner.
Thanks, guys. Smoking scans
All
forever.
right, and
I don't know
finally,
about
the man who makes the magic happen, the coach who led them on to victory, Coach Cotton,
Doctor's
come on up.
YouTube and Rumble. I could have sworn I saw something about him being back on Twitch. Could have sworn I saw it.
How you guys doing? I'm Coach Cotton.
8 ads last
I've
night?
been a part
Not
of
on my
Westchester
show.
basketball for
I have no
36
ads running.
years. I was assistant for 32 years.
Ian, thank you so much,
Took
Ian.
over the program 4
Go,
years
Ian.
ago. And trying to keep it at
Meanwhile,
the level
Kai
it
has
was before,
248,000 views right
Coach
now.
Zam was.
That's crazy.
We had a lot of great times together.
I mean, you got to say, though, to yourself, let's be honest, Charlos, and I'm not saying anything about him. I know he's a big streamer. I'm just saying in general, you've got to think that these sites across the board, all of them, YouTube, you name the site, Rumble, any of them, they've all got to be adding bots. They themselves. I'm not talking about people opening 1,000 fucking, accounts on their own. Why is he crying? You know what I mean? Just to boost their numbers, to make the site look more bolstered. Going to all these sites, going to this dude's site. I mean, certainly not 248,000 are talking. I mean, I wouldn't even think 5,000 were talking at once. If the 5,000 were, that'd be crazy. Tons, thank you so much for the dono. Well, because I don't put the ads on because they're not paying me for the ads. So why would I put the ads on? You know what I mean? They've deemed my shit harmful content, so I can't play ads. So I don't get ad revenue. So why would I play the ads? You know what I mean? They're going to be the one getting the revenue, not me. So it doesn't make any sense. Kai comment are crazy. You mean his chat? You're saying? I mean, look at Asmongold. And I don't know how many he has in at once. I'd bet he has at least 50,000 people watching him, like all the time when he's live. And bro, look at the chat room. It's like a slot machine. You can't read that shit barely. So many emojis and funny things and quick little words, and it's just he can acknowledge a little bit into the chat. There's no way he's talking to as many people. He just can't. There's just no way. Because he probably has 5,000 of the 50,000 talking like the whole time. So, Kimmy, thank you so much, Kimmy. Hour and 37 minutes, and we still have done nothing for the city. Nothing. We've done nothing. And I'm watching the time because I want to see how much time we actually get for general public comment. I want to see. Boy, oh boy. The chats in Twitch are insane. Well, I mean, I just think it's certain rooms. Chat here is really, is calm and nice. It's like a calm day on the water in our chat room here on Twitch. It's always rough seas in YouTube. You know what I mean? And then somebody fucking comes over and speedboats through it and creates an even bigger wake.
Just work, make sure those things happen for us. So I'm proud of her. And Miss Alexander, who's probably one of our biggest fans, who's been around the program 25, 30 years. My assistant coach, Damon, who played for us.
That's me.
But never had a chance to win a title, so this was his first title.
Yeah, this is my first one.
I have 3 seniors that's been with me for 4 years. I have Gary, who just came this year. Caden, 2 years.
Thanks, Reba.
Nas, 1. Malachi, this will be his 4th year.
Bro.
JB, who we just got last year. So, and Pat. So I'm proud of these guys. You know, people
I am a Hall of Famer, man.
don't understand the things that we go through with these kids. You know, all the ups and downs, the pushing, and just trying to get the best out of them. Because for me, I'm like a parent when they're with me.
Hell yeah, me for mayor.
And
You
even
want change?
the girls, they make me mad sometimes. Every day.
Every day they
Some
make
of them
you
I
mad.
didn't like when they was 9th graders. But
I'm coming over here crying.
They figured me out and I figured them out. So
Huh.
we the best of friends now.
Let's go, Unc.
And even like some of my kids, we've struggled.
Them damn kids.
You know, with discipline and, you know, doing the things that they need to do to get better. But they figure it out. And at the end of the day, we laugh about it, we have fun about it, and go on to the next day. But I'd like to thank you guys for having us in. Ms. Huff, I appreciate everything. Your office, it's been good to us. And
Wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
hey, I've been communicating with somebody.
Wrap that shit up, B.
My
So
man
now,
over
hour
here.
and 40 minutes in, nothing
You know,
done.
we've been communicating, trying to get this stuff together. We've had several
5
dates that we had to
presentations.
cancel because I had my kids traveling, playing travel ball. So this was the week that I can get them together. So I appreciate you guys, everything you guys have done, and I know they do. You know, they probably ready to go eat now. So, but thank you guys. I appreciate it.
I'm starting to think, you know, they're probably watching the show, Smoking Scan, and saying, okay, well, fuck these people. We've already got the public comment out of their way. They just want to see us. They hate us. Okay, so I think what we need to do, and what I need to do, is stop going live at 10:15. I think what I'm going to do is have everything set up, and when they're done with all this shit, all the knee-bending baloney, that's when we're going to go live. So you might just end up, it might be 10:42 one day, might be 11:27 the next. Don't know. But it's essentially cutting the fat out. I don't know. Maybe I'm really thinking about it. 'Cause otherwise we're just forced to watch all this bullshit. You know what I mean? So you won't know, you'll just but you know that's the problem with the notifications not being so great. You may not get your notification and then you're either constantly having to check or you're going to miss it. So yeah, I think that might be what we need to do.
Park for bringing this presentation, the councilwoman of Westchester High School, which is a very, very coveted position to have. So thank you so much, and thank you to Council.
Or we could always do it not live, since it doesn't really matter if it's live or not, and then just cut the fat out ourselves. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Just watch a rerun. And skip through their crap, and then do what I just said when they bring the live telephonic comment back, if they do.
A legacy that you all live in, and putting on that comment cheerleading uniform or basketball jersey or track tank top is a really, really big deal. It means a lot to all of us, and you are a part of what makes Los Angeles. It's so great to see all of you all here today and feel your energy. I was just last week, my wife and I were watching on Netflix a show called Forever, which is about high school kids in South LA, produced by a Westchester Common graduate, Regina King. And so the gift, it just keeps on giving and keeps on giving and keeps on giving. So I'm happy to be here to see you at your start.
She deserves to be
This
there.
championship is not the end. It
You're
is the
just
start
thrown in there.
of what you can be and will be for all of us here in the city of Los Angeles and for your family and community. Thank you all so
I
much.
literally threw her into the position.
Mr. Price, followed by Councilman
Just for the
Padilla.
sake of
Thank
democracy.
you, Councilmembers Hutt and Park. We really do appreciate your bringing these student athletes, I'm going to call you all student athletes, to the council today. So we're so proud of you on and off the court or the field or wherever you are. But I want to just give a shout out to the coach, to the coaching staff, and to the parents who are supportive, who are here, right, who provide the backbone, who provide the support. who hear and who feel the blood, sweat, and tears, but
Remember
who are
White
always
Shadow?
there. And so we just appreciate the unique role that our parents and guardians and coaches and teachers are playing in this process. And so congratulations to you all. You're champions.
Yeah, I noticed. I got rid of them.
Keep up the good work.
I got them a long time ago when they started the knee bending shit first off. I got rid of them.
Councilwoman
I was
Padilla,
out.
followed by McCosker.
That was like two
Well,
solid years
honestly,
ago. I haven't had them.
Thank you to
I
my
don't
IT
miss it.
council colleagues for this presentation and everybody who brought young people to Chambers today. I'm sure you guys all heard my message when I talked to the decathlon
Friday.
and to the soccer team about how you are leaders, you are the future, as cliche as it is. So congratulations. I hope you own this championship with a lot of honor. And, you know, I didn't mention this in the soccer team, but also a big thank you to the teachers. I know and the coaches. It's quite a lifestyle to be part of athletics in the school system. You really are the folks that when we graduate, we remember the most. You have the most impact on our lives. So again, congratulations to the students. And just for the record, Council President, when a cheerleader's top shirt is actually called a shell, right? There are shells. So, you know, I check every year to see if my shell from the past still fits. Don't always have the best of luck, but cherish these memories. They will stay with you forever, and stay in contact. Welcome to your city hall. I hope you guys dream big with higher education and continue to improve yourselves.
Ian, I didn't know you were dating a cheerleader.
A city council that really has your back. Okay, so dream big, and now I'm excited for my high school presentation next week. Thank you.
Okay, Councilmember McCosker.
Thank you very much. Your high school presentation, bring your shell, will you? Thank you so much for this presentation. Congratulations. It's so great to see these young men and young women here. I also want to jump in on this and say one of my staff members is a Comet, Nicholas Chavez. And some of you administrators remember him. Congratulations to y'all. But I want to see an alumni game. I think those guys back there could take you. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
All right. Back to you, Councilmember Park, to close.
Thank you. Thank you. That concludes the presentation. Congratulations,
Thank God.
Westchester High.
Shout out to the kids and nobody else.
Okay, that concludes our presentations. What's next?
Oh, okay. Only an hour and 42 minutes.
Mr. President, would
Hour
council like
47
to
minutes.
reconsider item 13 since there
Sorry,
are
that's a
14
7, not a
members
2.
now, sir?
Okay, without objection.
So we wasted almost 2 hours doing
Consider
nothing.
13 is before us. Seeing no members on the queue,
We would
let's
have
open the
started
roll.
at 11:58 today.
Close the roll. Tally the votes.
14 ayes.
Okay, the measure is approved.
And now, Mr. President, the vote on item 13 itself.
Say that again.
Now that item 13 is reconsidered,
Okay.
since this is an ordinance, it just needs to be voted on,
Okay.
council.
Let's open. Seeing no members on the queue, let's open the roll.
Yeah, it's already
on
lunchtime, right?
Item 13.
And you're going to see them all leave now.
Close the roll.
Because they're
Tally
going to
the
go
votes.
to public comment, then you're going to see them all get up
14
out of their
ayes.
chairs and leave.
Okay.
And look how when they
And
all left,
before
there's nobody
public
left in the
comment,
chambers.
Item 5, the committee report
10
has
people?
been submitted and circulated, and 5 was called special by Councilmember McCosker.
Okay. 5 is before us. Mr. McCosker, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. I will be brief. The report was just
God
circulated.
damn.
We had a personnel committee meeting this morning on item 5, and we moved it forward. This, members, as you know, is one of the many implementations of our budget.
Shut the fuck up,
And
Donnie.
this is the layoff avoidance plan, or more popularly called the transfer portal. And we are beginning the process in our personnel committee of meeting with personnel and affected departments and coming up with the lists of available opportunities for transfer. Also, unfortunately, the list of potential layoffs. And we'll be meeting weekly with personnel and the affected departments to come up with ways where we can continue to preserve the services that need to be preserved or can be preserved, and also preserve the jobs of our valuable workforce. Thank you very much for your aye vote on this as we move forward, and we will be reporting on a regular basis as to the progress of this implementation of the budget. Thank you.
Shut your mouth, essay.
Thank you very much. Seeing no other members on the queue, let's open the roll, close the roll, and tally the votes.
14 ayes.
Okay, this measure is approved. What's next?
Next would be public comment, sir.
Okay, could you read the
So
instructions
1 hour,
for public
50
comment, please?
minutes, 5-0. And we're finally getting to the first commentator. Braille guy's there too.
To people providing public comment, when it's your turn to speak, please state which of the agenda items you'd like to speak to. You will have 1 minute per item, up to 3 minutes total for the items open for public comment. We will tell you when your time is up. When speaking on the agenda items, you must be on topic. Our goal
His
is to get
hair looks
through as
like he
many
just
speeches
came out
as
of a
we can.
pillow fight.
If you are not on topic, or if we cannot tell whether you are on topic, you will get one brief warning from me or the
Somebody
council
waxed
president.
him good with a pillow.
At that point,
Whack!
you need to get immediately and clearly on topic. If you do not do so, or if you again stray off topic, you will forfeit the rest of your speaking time and we will move on to the next speaker. The items that are open for public comment on the agenda today are items 16 through 29. Again, the items that are open for public comment on the agenda today are items 16 through 29.
Could have been a North Korean.
Members of the public may also
pillow
speak
fight.
for up to 1 minute for general public comment.
Dude just came
During
from
general
AC
public
Hey,
comment,
don't talk about
members of the public
AC
may speak to
Love
any
that
of the
place of
items
mine.
or anything else in the city's subject
Great
matter
food,
jurisdiction.
good pinball.
I have a couple more announcements if I
All
can
you
have
can
the
eat.
interpreters
What's
make this
not
one
like-
allowed
what's
to the room,
there
please.
not like?
If you require a Spanish language interpreter, please make sure to pause every few sentences so the interpreters can interpret.
Si requiere interpretación en español, no se
Thank you,
olviden
John.
de dar una pausa después de cada frase para permitir la interpretación.
Don't worry, we will pause the
Don't
time
worry.
while the interpreters are interpreting, so you will get the same amount of time as everyone else. Thank you.
Y no se preocupen, vamos a pausar su tiempo durante la interpretación, así que recibirá
We
la
got a
misma
new,
cantidad de tiempo que los
interpreter.
otros comentaristas.
That's not the normal
And
chick.
the final announcement is the order in which we take public comment is at random. So please wait until you hear the staff call your name before lining up on your left-hand side of the council chambers. So once you hear the name, and it's the name that you signed up under, you can line up in any order. Thank you.
Okay, if we could read the
I think he
names.
wanted you to translate that, but okay.
Johnny G,
Johnny G.
Manny P, and Jess C.
I think that's what's his name. The great
If you-
pander
when
is
you hear
signed
your
up
names,
as
you
Johnny
can line
G.
up on the left side of the
Oh, come on.
chambers. House left, stage right, and
Braille guy.
Public comment only.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
How you doing today, Madeline? How things been? Now you're up near Bob Bloomingfield. Just want you to know, don't ever treat a veteran or a person with American Disability Act like how you did last Friday to several people. You're a piece of fucking trash. Do you understand that?
Please
How you
address the
treated
council.
people? That was wrong. And you're saying that you're exempt under the American Disability Act? What the fuck are you going to do to me? I have the time, money, and resources. So go to your deputy city attorney and start whining. Everything was done, audio and video, not only by myself, by other people. So you be the biggest cunt you can. Thank you.
Get him, Braille guy.
Next speaker.
Big
Bob
veteran.
M, Leah Yanaton, and Shaniqua Figueroa.
Shaniqua Figueroa.
Located where? On Figueroa.
Good morning. So you have 3 minutes for the
Baby,
items
let's
and 1 minute
go.
for general public comment. Go ahead.
Thank you, my homie attorney. My name is Shaniqua Figueroa. Start with item number 16. It's about the beautification effort cleanup in the City Council District 14. I want to thank our city attorney for this agenda item because right now we have millions struggling hotel workers. They end up living in Skid Row in Council District 14. They cannot afford to live in a mansion like you do. That's the reason why they cannot afford a toilet. They cannot afford to have a urinal. That's why they have to pee and poop on the street of District 14. That's the reason why you need to hire someone to have this beautification program on City Council District 14. But City Attorney, why can't you just make sure you pay the hotel worker $200 minimum wage so that they have their own toilet, so they can have their own big mansion like you? They don't have to live on the street. Come on. Now, let's move on to our next item. Is about item number 17. Is about LGBT Heritage Month. City Attorney, I'm really sad that we have millions of hotel workers. They are actually LGBT, but you continue to ignore the LGBT hotel worker population. Why you continue to do that? You ignore me, and you ignore me because I'm LGBT. That's okay, but you are not allowed to discriminate LGBT hotel worker. We have so many LGBT hotel workers, they do not have access, they cannot afford to their gender changing surgery because of you continue to refuse to recognize their LGBT gender status. So I want to ask you, I am begging you, City Attorney, that you provided all of your colleagues the free gender change surgery to your LGBT co-worker. So I want to advocate the same LGBT services to every single Los Angeles hotel worker. Now let's move on to item number 20. Item number 20 is about a reward offer for the identification of the murder suspect.
Jay Davis.
I want to ask you, City Attorney, why there are so many hotel workers are continue to suffering from the violent crime on the street? Why can't you just provide a $200 minimum wage for hotel workers?
So, Speaker, this has nothing to do with the item, as you stated yourself. It is
$200
an
an
offer
hour.
of reward for
What
a
I'm
specific
saying
murder
is
incident.
there are
So
many-
please stick to the agenda items, and we'll move you to general public
so many
comment.
hotel workers continue to be the victim. What I'm trying to tell you is that you continue to offer reward offer to trying to ask everybody to catch the suspect. But if you can provide $200 minimum wage for hotel worker,
Okay, so I'm going to move you to general public comment. Go ahead, you have 1 minute.
They will not get hurt by the crime. Now let's move on to general public comment. I am here to continue to advocate. You do not allow me to speak on item 20, I will continue on item 20. Because if every single hotel worker, they have $200, $300 minimum wage, they can have their own bodyguard. They can have their own hotel worker LAPD. So they will be safe. They will not be attacked. They will not be discriminated. But the reason why you are paying them only $30 minimum wage, they cannot have enough protection. They are not allowed to have their own bodyguard services. That's the reason why you continue to discriminate the hotel worker. I want to make sure every single hotel worker, they can afford their own yacht. They can have their own yacht. They can allow to travel everywhere once a month, have a monthly vacation, and then they can have their mansion everywhere in the world they go to. Because hotel worker deserve the mansion, deserve the yacht, the same way like you do. Hotel worker with $100 minimum wage, let's go.
And your time has expired. Next speaker.
That's a free trip. $300 an hour minimum, so they can have their
Good
yacht.
afternoon. Which items would you like
Hey,
to
he's
speak
not in
to?
a suit today.
Mark me down for general public comment as well as all agenda items
Audit's not
16
there.
and on, and I'll walk you through each
So you
item.
have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Go ahead.
Go for items first?
Yes, please start with the items. Go ahead.
So item number 16, we're talking about
Look at Meg talking
a
back there
contract
again.
regarding sanitation.
Why
And
don't they tell her to
interestingly
shut
enough,
up while
why
he's talking?
is it that the city council is so hell-bent on taking money that was originally already paying sanitation workers and trying to do it for the LAPD? What on God's green earth do LAPD officers have to do with being the new street sweepers and cleaners? Why are you putting money into an LAPD union that is already overbloated and taking it away from precious sanitation workers who are doing a legitimate service for the city and keeping it clean? Have you ever walked down some of these districts, whether it be 3, 13, 14 and on? It looks utterly disgusting because of the budget cuts. And again, I don't like LAPD for a lot of things, but why on God's green earth are you trying to make LAPD officers broom sweepers? That just doesn't make any sense. Unless, of course, you are in cahoots with the LAPPL, exactly like people, Richard Campos, who does some of the most disgusting things and hires convicted serial rapists, and yet he's a treasurer on the LAPPL. Moving on to number 22, we're talking about homelessness. What issue does the city have with homelessness, whether it be the homelessness committee, this city council, or otherwise? I'll tell you what it has. It doesn't disclose the method of payment for bonds. It doesn't disclose how the Inside Safe program is audited, and it makes all agenda items relating to homelessness, whether it be 22 and on, utterly moot and I would dare say fraudulent, because you're not disclosing how you're using the people's money. But we all know how you are. You're laundering it through nonprofits so that you can wash your hands clean and claim you've done the services and you have a feel-good moment. But the fact of the matter is, it's a giant Ponzi scheme. It's a giant criminal racket, and that's really what's going on with the nonprofits and the Inside Safe program inside Los Angeles. Moving on to number 23 and 24, we have issues discussing charter reform. Here is a damn good point to bring up about charter reform. How about the fact that you, this city council, and all your committees used to take a virtual public comment? A good friend of mine, Audit LA, who is disabled and through something totally out of her control, cannot be here today, yet it's not because she doesn't want to be civilly involved and engaged and make public comment. It's because she's disabled, and that's not right. You already have all the infrastructure to take virtual public comment. Various other city committees already do, various other boards do, various other commissions do, and that's outright discriminatory, not only in the ADA standard, but just outright pure resentment and hatred for the constituents of which you serve. Now moving on to general public comment, I already see you, city attorney, getting geared up for it, and I'm going to keep going on that point. Why are you not taking virtual public comment? I just served the city clerk, all of you members, as well as the president, will be getting a copy of that notice to reconsider administratively before we go forward with suits to reopen virtual public comment for our city council committees and city council proper. It's a damn easy way to do it. All of the rooms you meet in currently already have all the infrastructure. You don't need to buy any licenses. You don't need to buy any microphones. You don't need to buy any videos. It's already all there. Take virtual public comment again and stop discriminating against the ADA and disabled community. Take virtual public comment again and stop discriminating against people who have disabilities. It's a very easy demand, very simple one to remedy immediately. Take virtual public comment again like you did for a very long freaking time, and just like your other boards and commissions already do. The inconsistent practice is the real legal issue at hand. That's what you're going to be caught on in court. So again, take virtual public comment again.
They don't want to see Jason. And shout out to you, sir. Everything you just said was fucking true and on point.
Which items would you like to speak to?
General public comment, please.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Hi, thank you. My name is Leah Yannington, and I'm speaking on general public comment. I want to thank you, council members. Thank you so much for committing to phasing out oil drilling. Once the ordinance is rescinded, I urge the zoning administrator to reissue the interpretation on well maintenance
like Evel Knievel
to
or
protect
something.
communities like mine from toxic acid maintenance. I live less than 450 feet from an active drilling site near Pico and Fairfax. That is E&B's Packard site, which has over 50 active oil wells inside. And they have never contacted us when they do acid maintenance. This is very toxic and dangerous to our health. Also, I see when their garage doors open, there's pipes, there's vats of chemicals sitting there. They have no plans for us if there is an accident, a fire, an earthquake, or need for evacuation. And I want to be safe. I want to be alive in this lovely city and enjoy my future. Please help. Thank you.
This was the chick that was afraid of everything last time.
Before the next speaker, I'd like to call a few more names. Brandy Harris, Daniel Garcia,
Mike Hahn,
Henry, Jima, and Rob Kwan.
Oh, yeah, Rob
Good
Kwan.
afternoon. Which items would you like to speak to?
Good morning.
Great
sir.
panderer.
Good morning, sir. And I want to thank you, wish everybody a wonderful weekend. I'd like to speak to 16, 20, and public comment, please.
Okay, so you have 2 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Please begin with the items. Go ahead.
Thank you. The first item is beautification. You know, yes, in the 14th, but honestly, when I come down here and I look at the freeways as I drive down here, we've got to start doing something more for the city because we have the Olympics coming up in 4 years. I was privileged to be part of the 84. And the planning and the things that were being done way in advance by probably the greatest mayor ever, Mayor Bradley. It was just amazing how he led us in that. So I'm asking this council, along with the mayor, to let's start doing those things. Let's start preparing now. Let's not be caught with our pants down because we didn't do the things we need to do to make this great city even greater. So I hope we can do that throughout. That's the 14th and throughout the city. Item 20 is about a reward. You know, we have people that come in here and they say, oh, snitches get whatever. You know what? When you lose a family member and somebody is killed, that never goes away. And they are always, they can always be held accountable. So I would hope those that come here and don't realize that until you have to lose somebody or somebody you love does it, that it's horrible and that we got to do everything possible to solve the issue. Now let's go on to the good stuff. Fleet Week. I'm going to the 15th,
Okay, so
this weekend.
Just to I'm going to move you to general public comment. You can talk
General
about the
public
presentations.
comment,
Go ahead.
yes.
You have 1 minute.
For those of you who have never been down to the 1-5 on Fleet Week, I've been doing it for 6 years now. It is absolutely amazing, and I'm going to say it once again, Mr. McCosker, the people in the 15 are some of the finest, kindest, nicest people you will ever meet. Now that's the whole weekend, but then on the 7th, Sunday in Miss Rodriguez, if you've ever been out to Brand Park, they put on an unbelievable display. And what I like about that is you see all the Latinos who have served this country. Some from World War II who have, you know, they're still saluting. As much as they can do, they will still do everything they can to salute this country. And though even people like Donald Trump have forgotten those people, you know, it's sad. But Monday you can go over to Mr. Blumenfield's and they have one of the best parades in Mr. Blumenfield. I'll be in Hendry's on table 10 and look forward to seeing you there, sir. Thank you.
Great panderer.
You're fired.
Next speaker. Next speaker.
Good morning, or sorry, good afternoon. Which items would you like to speak to?
I'll be speaking on item 21.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
1 minute or 3?
So it's 1 minute per item. You've requested item 21, so you have 1 minute for item 21. If there's any other items, or if you'd like to speak during general, you can request that as well.
Okay, no worries. Well, I will start off and say good morning, Council President Harris Dawson and all the council members and other dignitaries present today. My name is Brandy Harris, a more than 10-year employee of the City of Los Angeles and the surviving fiance of Akeem Jamal Coburn, affectionately known as AJ, who was senselessly murdered on July 29th, 2020. Thank you. AJ was a hardworking, gentle giant. He was loved by everyone who met him. He was a hands-on father, a proud girl dad, and a dedicated LADWP employee. He loved his family deeply, and we were just months away from our wedding when his life was taken. His daughters lost their dad, his parents lost their son, and I lost my future husband, and everyone who loved them lost a good man. Instead of preparing for our wedding, we were preparing for his funeral. I came before you for 3 reasons today: to remind you of how great a man he was, and to ask that council reinstate this award, and I also want to thank you all for your support. Please help spread the word through media, social media, and billboards so this case stays in the public eye. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Mr. McCosker, for what purpose do you rise?
Comments, but and members, in case you didn't hear the first part of that, Akeem was a DWP employee, a valued employee. He was 30 years old when when his life was senselessly taken. Brandy is also in the city family at police, and we're very grateful for you to come here. You know, God bless the memory of Akeem, and God bless you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you very much. Next speaker.
Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. Which items would you like to speak to?
Come on, man. Stop moving the camera.
I'm going to speak on item number 1.
So item number 1's not open, but you can speak to 1 minute of general public comment if you'd like. Go ahead.
Innocent. Thank you very much. The parking recreation part of the library, some of them are not accessible in their violation of the ADA, the American with Disabilities Act. You cannot get accessible park in the city. Which you will get a lawsuit if you continue on. Also, the bathroom or the park are not accessible. And I want to make my final comment. How come this is accessible? We should people are not allowed to come in anymore. This is ridiculous. I want to know my city is accessible. Thank you very much.
Things aren't accessible. That's about.
Thank you very much.
The bathroom is not
Next speaker.
accessible in the parks. Got some of it. Poor guy.
Good
Morning,
afternoon.
Bro.
Which items would you like to speak
Rob
to?
Kwan.
Rob Kwan, I'd like to speak on 23 through 27 and general public comment.
Okay, so you have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Go ahead.
So items 23 and 27 are on our Charter Reform Commission, which is maybe almost here. That comes 4.5 months after the legal deadline to make these appointments, 8.5 months after the adopted schedule, and 10.5 months after the law that was signed. But we are here. It only took a wee bit of a push, but I do thank our council president for scheduling these items this week, just like I asked. In light of the timeline that we've been left with, I can't really be picky about these appointments, but I would like to note how happy I am to see Mayor Bass appoint Melinda Murray. I've seen a lot of people come and go through our ethics commission, and she is without a doubt one of the best. And beyond being really, really smart, well prepared and attentive, understanding this city, has a really deep appreciation of the public and public comment and listening to everybody, regardless of what they think. And I think you should all, there's 7 of you I can think of right now that owe her a deep debt of gratitude for her leadership in ensuring we have an accessible matching funds program. I was sad to hear a certain council member from the 12th district dump on that program yesterday. But that same council member a week ago was talking about how happy he was to see that we have 3 Asian Americans on this council. A few weeks before that, talking about how happy he was to see that we have a majority women on our council. And keep in mind, John, before you got on this council, there were just 2. Those didn't happen by accident. That was intentional. That was by design. That was why we made those changes, to ensure that people could actually think, I don't have a bunch of wealthy people to turn to, but I got a chance, I got a message. And we've seen that come to fruition. We went from having 1 Asian American on the council to 3, 2 women to 8, 1 incumbent facing a runoff in 15 years to I can't even count. No incumbents being voted out in 17 years. A different world, and that is what is possible through even the smallest of reforms. I wonder if maybe that council member who wants to go back to the old days just misses the old days. And I wonder if that council member remembers that it's a lot easier to find wealthy people to hit up for money on the west side of the valley than it is in Districts 6 and 7 or down in Districts 8 and 9. I want to turn to a few weird wrinkles. Mayor Bass apparently asked all of these appointees to sign undated letters of separation. And maybe that was just a mistake because we had, some form language in there. But this council did pass an ordinance and say that the only way you can be removed from the commission is with council approval. And I know the undated letters thing is nothing new, but with the exception of ethics in the police commission, that's not the case. The mayor can just remove whoever she wants. So this is a different beast. It is also notable that we have a deputy director appointed here.
Can you hold his time really quick? I'm sorry. Mr. Spindler, you know the rules. You were disruptive earlier as well.
Come
Didn't
on,
warn
man.
you then. But do not disrupt another public speaker's
just came back,
time at
bro.
the podium. Okay? Thank you. This is your first and
How
only
you gonna
formal
get
warning.
kicked out again?
Go ahead.
I think this appointment of a deputy director, that person is super qualified and will be great. My one concern is that the ordinance y'all passed only says that the mayor and council president, with the council consent, can appoint an executive director. And we have a $1 million budget for this commission. It is super limited. And we just went through a budget conversation. Maybe this money for this staffer is coming from the mayor's office? Moot point. Great. Let's get going. But I do think we should respect this council's authority, the commission's authority, and actually allocating its budget. Lastly, let's get this thing going in full before the recess. Maybe we can get a commission meeting next week. That would be great.
Rob Quan, everybody. I like Rob Quan. Smart dude. I think people underestimate him. Here we go.
Good afternoon.
Your
You have 3
discretion
minutes
is
for the
advised.
items and 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
The bitch is back. Well, let's see. Number 29. Yes, in my backyard. You already have an attorney, Blob. Very, very lovely lady representing the city already. How come you hiring another lawyer? Isn't she doing a good job in front of Judge Chalifant? Or did Judge Chalifant receive some documents regarding that representation? I don't know. You'll talk about that in closed session. Now, what about this charter reform shit? You gonna do what? Robert Lewis Jr., you ain't gonna change shit. Raymondo Meza, you ain't gonna change a goddamn thing either. And then we got Christina Sanchez, you ain't gonna do shit either. How can you do it? You're gonna sign a letter of resignation undated in your packet. And all as the mayor gotta do, or the acting mayor after she gets put in prison, but we'll get to that in general, is simply put a date on the undated resignation letter and go to the clerk's office and they fired without any due process. This is not a legal appointment. This is a privilege appointment. It's a pocket veto. And you want to do what? You want to, Gerardo? You want to stop that shit and make it only revocable on council approval? Let's give you Isabel Gerardo goddamn hand. Very good. I'm so impressed. Is it because you're a lawyer and you know the law's being broken? I'm really impressed by this shit. Now let's talk about Blob Blobbenbleld and his $8,000 fence project. Where is the fence? What is the fence made of? What kind of fence? Is it a fence that discriminates against houseless neighbors like myself? Or is it a pretty fence to do that parking lot over there by the Tarzana Hospital where all the drugs are being sold? You don't want to do that, Bob. They got the tunnel over there by Burbank Boulevard next to the goddamn new Tarzana, the $74 million that they spent to put it open. There's a parking lot there. You just drive on by, you talk to Willie or you talk to Ortega, and you can get a discount today, 15% off of your next fentanyl purchase in CD3. Let's give them a hand. Only available now. Mention Bob Liebenblield or CD3 for your discount. And now,
General public comment.
how time fucking flies. Bob, my name was never called. Nobody called my name.
That's it. You just
How am I up here talking? Because the cop said, you said to have me come up here and speak. Is that true? Is that what you're doing? What about the randomizer? I thought I had to wait to get up here and speak at the randomizer. What's this bullshit, dude? Well, you can Google overt acts under federal law, and what it is that you are committing acts that aren't necessarily illegal for an illegal purpose, namely to get my ass off of this panel. But anyway, I'll have more to say later, blah, blah, and blah. As you know, I formed a war council. I'm waiting for my inward motion. I want my inward motion so I can sue your ass.
Lovely. Next speaker.
It didn't call his name. They didn't. You didn't hear Mr. Spindler's name.
Good afternoon. You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Okay, so, you know, the limited service market owners, the families have been coming here for the last 25 months since Councilman Price back in April 2023 put that motion to raise the living wages for the hotel workers. We've explained to you on and on, brought people to speak to you that, look, these family-owned hotels only sell guest rooms. That's it. There's no other revenue sources. And that your own city staff, CEO, and the CLA explained to you last week when the question was posed to them, what would happen to the limited service hotels? The response was, we don't have any other services to eliminate to even absorb this cost that you're asking us to pass on to either the consumers, or we're going to find ourselves absorbing some of those things. So it's a quick math. It doesn't make sense. There's going to be a small window for you to still consider exempting 150 guest rooms and all the way down below. You did good with 59, but we need the 60 to 150 limited service family-owned hotels to also be exempt. So we hope you reconsider it in a small window. Thank you.
Next speaker.
I don't know where Mr. Herman's at. He's not here today, that's for sure.
Good afternoon.
I haven't
Which
seen
items
him
would
all
you like
day.
to speak to?
General comment, please.
He didn't get
You have
kicked
1
out.
minute. Go ahead.
Mr. President and the Council, we have represented for past 25 months the best possible way we can. We do not want to abuse this microphone in any form, in any way, but we want to convey a message to you that we care for the city, we care for the employees, and we care for the business in every possible way. We have represented in every aspect of the impact is going to be happening to the industry. Please understand and please reconsider of the, as my fellow partner just mentioned, understand this impact is going to be happening to the city down the line. Thank you so much.
Next speaker.
Definitely a light day here, LA City Council. So I'm saying we cut the fat out. I think that's what we need to do.
Good afternoon. Which items would you like to speak to?
Good afternoon. I'm here to speak on general public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, City Council members. I just want to start off by thanking you all and taking a step in rescinding the old oil ordinance that we had here. I live in Wilmington, California, and I'm one of those folks that desperately need you to come together and pass a new ordinance to phase out oil drilling in my neighborhood and in the city of LA. Obviously, someone else talked about asset maintenance work that's going on. We have a lot of toxic chemicals being spewed in our neighborhood with no notice. In particular, in my neighborhood, Warren EMP is operating with an expired permit, and I know my council member isn't here, but I know some of his aides are, and I know in District 15, at a point we had a sign on Gaffey, forgetting the name of it. Point is, council members fought to get it out because of public safety issues. This is a public safety issue, and it's harming the health of our Angelinos. So we need to phase out oil drilling in the city. Thank you.
Just to let you know, we're at 32 minutes of public comment right now, and we did an hour and 50 minutes of presentation.
Good afternoon. Which items would you like to speak to?
Keep that in mind.
General public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Great. Hi, my name is Emma Silber. I'm the Climate Justice Associate at Physicians for Social Responsibility, Los Angeles, and a member of the Stand LA Coalition. I want to thank the council for your commitment to rescinding and readopting the oil phase-out ordinance and prioritizing the health and safety of frontline communities over the profits of the oil industry. However, we need to set an ambitious timeline for the phase-out that meets the urgency of the health impacts that communities have faced for decades. The phase-out period given to oil companies must be reduced to protect the health of LA's next generation and prevent oil companies from shirking their responsibilities to properly plug and clean up oil wells. Since this ordinance is officially rescinded, I also urge the zoning administrator to reissue the interpretation on well maintenance that would regulate toxic acid maintenance operations that have increased since the ordinance was overturned. This is an urgent public health threat for frontline communities living near active oil drilling, and we need to see the city take action.
That's it, V-Pool. Script reader. They always have their phones out ready for the script.
Good
That's what I like
afternoon.
about
Which
Rob
items would you
Kwan.
like to
You
speak
saw how
to?
he spoke from the heart.
General public comment, please.
Okay, so you have
Okay,
1
with
minute. Go ahead.
passion, no ums.
Hello, my name is Tanya Borja, Policy Associate at Scope and member of Stand LA. Thank you to the City Council for rescinding the old oil ordinance and moving to readopt a stronger oil phase-out. I stand with frontline communities impacted by neighborhood oil drilling. The science is clear. Oil drilling causes asthma, cancer, birth complications, and serious health harms. We cannot wait another 20 years for clean air. The phase-out timeline must be shorter to protect Black and brown communities and ensure that big oil is held accountable. Now that the ordinance has been rescinded, we urge the zoning administrator to reissue the interpretation of oil well maintenance. This is a critical step to regulate toxic acid maintenance and protect our communities. Thank you.
I think Suge will be in prison for the rest of his life. I think that dude's getting out. I could be wrong.
Good afternoon. Which items would you like to speak to?
Good afternoon.
Pardoned by
General
Trump.
comment?
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Okay. Good afternoon. My name is Nancy Lamb. I'm here to speak on urging City Council to pass a new oil phase-out ordinance. Over the past couple of weeks in my neighborhood, I lived near the Murphy drill site in South Central LA. Over the past couple of weeks, we've been living under threat of possible acid maintenance to happen at our nearby drill site. These toxic chemicals are linked to carcinogens and birth defects, respiratory illness.
No joke,
and
though.
we just urge the council to
is about
swiftly
20
to
blocks
readopt the
away
oil
from
phase-out
where they're
ordinance
standing.
and protect communities from the
Just so we're
devastating
clear.
impacts of this oil
Not
drilling.
far.
City leaders must continue to advance a just transition away from fossil fuels that protects the health, safety,
still
and
in LA
well-being
County
of
jail, I'm pretty
communities over
sure.
the profits of oil companies. We cannot wait another 20 years to experience relief from oil pollution.
Maybe he's in prison.
So I
I don't
urge City Council to move quickly to repass an oil ordinance. Thank you.
I know that people can stay in county for a while waiting to get moved to a prison.
Okay, that concludes public comment.
All right, there you go. So
Public comment is now closed.
35 minutes
now before
exactly to the T. 35 minutes of public
Council
comment.
may now vote on
You got an
items
hour and 50
16
of
through
wasted
29,
time.
Sir.
Okay, those items are before us. Any members wish to speak? Seeing no members on the queue, let's open the roll, close the roll, and tally the votes.
Oh, yes. What a shack here.
Those measures are approved. What's next?
Council has motions for posting and referral.
Posted
Without
and referred.
objection, they are posted and referred.
That clears the desk, sir.
That clears the
Okay,
desk,
colleagues,
sir.
next we will move to announcements. Colleagues, do
Oh,
anyone
baby.
have announcements?
Touch my
Start
titty.
with Ms. Rodriguez.
That feels so
Folks,
good.
this meeting is not over. If I could ask people to please keep their voice. Shh. We still have announcements and adjourning motions. Ms. Rodriguez for an announcement.
Thank you. Just wanted to
Oh,
remind everybody
fuck.
again about Fleet Week and
Shut up,
look forward
Meg.
to welcoming everybody on Sunday to Brand Park in Mission Hills at 11 a.m. to 3 in the afternoon. We're going to have a number of activations, but of course the Marine Corps Band, they're fantastic and invite everybody to join us.
Shut up, Meg. Mr. Harris Dawson.
I just wanted to acknowledge our new commissioners and leader of our charter reform movement while they're still in the room. So thank you all for your service and congratulations.
Congratulations to them. Next, Mr. McCosker.
They brought him in here to
Thank you
listen
very
to
much.
that.
I want to add my congratulations to our charter reform commissioners, but I have another
This fool
announcement, a
eating?
community announcement. Colleagues, I want to recognize an exciting event that's happening at Dodger Stadium tomorrow. Our mighty Banning High School Pilots will face off against Carson High School, the Colts, for the LA City Division I Baseball Championship game. The game starts at about 10 a.m. Doors open up at 8:30 in the morning. There's going to be a bunch of games there that day. And tickets are $15. It is $12 for students and seniors. Kids under 4 are free. Invite everybody to come on out and see these student athletes who have worked so hard to have the culmination of all of their hard work be at Dodger Stadium. One team, Banning Pilots, are going to walk away as a champion.
LA's fucked.
Thank you.
Thank
Yes.
you. Councilwoman Padilla.
Yes.
Motion?
No, announcements.
Just, okay, then never mind. I'll wait.
Okay, any other announcements, colleagues? I have an announcement. I want to make sure
Look at his
that I
hair.
invite all of you. Now, Mr.
What happened
Candido
to his
referenced
hair?
this for one of our public comments, but to join me this weekend at
He
the
lost in the
33rd
pillow fight
annual
also.
Canoga Park Memorial Day Parade. It's taking place this Monday, May 26th, as we will pay tribute to all of the individuals and families that have paid the ultimate sacrifice for our freedoms. This parade is the longest running overall and the only Memorial Day parade in the city of Los Angeles. And while it occurs in the West Valley, all are welcome throughout the city to come and enjoy this parade and pay tribute to those that we lost. I hope to see you there at 10 a.m. The parade route starts on Sherman Way from Owensmouth to Cozy Croft. And Clerk, we have an announcement as well.
Yes, Mr. President. There is a request to send all items for today's meeting forthwith, sir.
Okay, without objection, so ordered. Colleagues, now if I could ask everybody in the chambers to rise for adjourning motions. And we will start with Councilmember Lee. No?
All right, I've heard of these people open their fucking pie holes enough today. I don't need to hear anything more that they have to fucking say. But I think that might be the better idea, ladies and gents. To either, watch it as a replay instead, because it doesn't really matter if it's live. That way we can cut out all their bullshit until they bring the telephonic comment back. Then I think it's essential to do it live. And even then, let's just say they did. I think the best course of action would be, rest in peace. The best course of action at that point, I think, would be to just start the show late. I'll come in here, get everything ready. So all I have to do is push start. And then I can do other things while I'm watching or listening on my phone. And then when I see that they're about done, because you can tell when there's a lot of presentation. The room's packed. It's usually never just one. There's always 3. Today we got 5. So we'd cut out a whole lot. The only problem I have with that is I know that YouTube isn't the best with fucking notifications. So I think a lot of people may miss it. You know what I mean? Or they'll constantly going back and forth checking YouTube to see if I'm on, to see if they didn't get the noto. That's the only problem with that, I think, though. 100-man raft on the water at Los Alamitos is ready. Watch a movie on a huge raft at night on the water. Tonight is Goonies. $22. Swim, drink, eat, watch movie, and drone show after. That's pretty crazy. Enjoy yourself, hippie. That seems fun. I don't know if I'm out swimming out in the middle of the ocean. I mean, I love the ocean just as much as the next person. I've been on plenty of boats. Catalina, whatever, Channel Islands, but yeah, I'm not. I don't feel as comfortable to just stop the ship somewhere in the middle of the water, the ocean, and just jump out there and start swimming. I don't. I know the odds probably of me getting bit by a shark or something are stupid low. It'll probably never happen, but I don't know. Like, to me, it just feels weird being that deep, like in that deep of a section where there's nothing else and you're splashing around. It's deep as fuck. Just don't know, man. Text you all? Sure, Dana. Sure, I shall do it. Is he crying? Bro, this dude's crying right now. Holy smokes. Too many tears today. We saw 2 men crying here today. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. Yeah. We'll be live tonight, yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, you'll. So we'll be live. Other than that, I don't know what else to say. Bar's kind of popping. We'll go see the bar for a second. See what's going on. No, that's not what I want. No, that's not what I want. That's not right there. The bar's popping. Go check out the elbow room. That's what I'm saying. I hope like I said, I really hope the Panthers win. If the Panthers win the cup again, it's going to be here in the morning. They're all going to be drunk as the skunks, drinking out of it at the elbow room. And I'm going to make it to this place one day. One day I'm going to make it here. I'm going to sit in the very seat that the cocaine bear sat in. No sound yet? Well, I mean, I don't think the sound's going to be a thing that you'd want to listen to, Bill. I'm telling you. It's going to... Have you ever listened to a bar? I mean, it's just loud clanking of glasses. They're throwing the bottles in the trash can. Everybody's talking for the most part. You got music playing, you know. So it's a lot of a side noise. You know what I mean? That's going on. So I don't know how that's going to work. Not to mention, I don't know how that's going to work when the band's playing, it's fine. But if I know that when the band, like when this guy stops playing guitar and takes a rest, has a drink, you know what I mean? Go get himself some water. The place plays music. So I don't know how they're going to do that and not have their stream be tagged by YouTube. Now, all I can think of is maybe because they're a bar, they pay to be able to play music. Because that's actually like a thing. If you want to play music in your stores, like they charge you to do the shit sometimes. So that might be it. I don't know. They might be able to bypass it that way. But other than that, I think it's going to tag them. More ladies? You need more ladies? Yes. They're outside. There's some at the end of the bar there. One wearing the hat and all that. They poured in at the end of the bar right now. He's just not packing them in. I don't know who this guy is. It's Scott Monks. No? Muniz? I think it's Muniz. Muniz? Muniz. I'm going with Muniz. Scott Muniz. You just ain't bringing them in, Billy. Overroom love Fleet Week. I wonder if they have Fleet Week over there. They're having it in New York. We know that. In L.A. I don't know if they're down over there in Fort Lauderdale. I don't know. All right, guys. I'm out of here for now. Thank you guys for all the fun, the likes, the love, the donations, and, of course, the thumbs ups. They are free and they work. So I appreciate you, everybody who took the time. I will see you guys tonight at 8 p.m. Pacific time, so please adjust to your time zone. Other than that, have a fantastic Memorial Day weekend. If you can't join us, be safe out there. We'll see you on the next one. And everybody else, I'll see you tonight at 8.
This party is officially over.
See you guys. I'm going home.